So welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked onto the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. And as I get into our online papers for today, Tuesday, the 13th of October 2020, headlines in the Express: COVID despair. So let's see what's going on the inside. COVID despair. Businessman Derek Chin says the decision to permanently close Movietong in Chaguanas came after a bailiff threatened to confiscate the cinema's multi-million-dollar equipment. I am not ashamed of my hustle. A little past the market on Main Street, Chaguanas, Helen Desant has 28 face masks and 5 bandanas on a stand. Samantha's suffering. Mount Lambert mother Samantha Liverpool lost her job during the COVID-19 pandemic and has been evicted for failure to pay rent. Blacks battling and fighting. Are battling them and are fighting them. What is this? That was the positive message from Soca star Blacks Dexter Stewart to fans yesterday in the midst of his worsening health condition. Neighbors to rebuild fire victims' home but need help. Residents have pledged to provide the labor needed to rebuild the home of an elderly neighbor who lost his house in a fire at the weekend. Police officer leaves firearm in wrong vehicle, charged for the offense. Police Constable Maurice Rodriguez was arrested and charged on Monday by officers attached to the Professional Standards Bureau, PSB, of the Trinidad and Tobago Police. Police Service. Rodriguez, who is currently on sick leave, was charged with 2 offenses: the transfer of a firearm and the transfer of ammunition under Section 9(1) of the Firearm Act 16(1). Arson attack at Bamboo No. 1 pump site. A fire that broke out on Monday at the Bamboo No. 1 pump site, Bamboo No. 1 Settlement, Valsayn, has been confirmed by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service as an arson attack. Police arrest 2 carjackers. 2 men ages 20 and 29 were arrested by Western Division police officers on Monday in connection with a series of car robbery. Valencia teen missing. Police are seeking the public's assistance in locating missing Valencia teenager Maria Paul. Survey. Do you have trust, confidence, and satisfaction in the TTPS? The Police Service Commission is encouraging the public to participate in its annual Public Trust, Confidence and Satisfaction Survey of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. 2 cops arrested in $250,000 roadblock robbery. Lawsuit for Carl after cocaine placed in passengers' luggage. What? A big blow for Chaguanas, says economists. Duke slams PM for criticizing public servants. Curtain falls on Movietown. Kamla, we must fight for a better future for girls. And these are some of the stories that are making way in the Express at this time. Over to the Newsday. PNM neglected Maruga Tableland. Saddam Hussein, taxes, job losses, forcing people into crime. Bar owners, follow who and lift lockdown on us. Superior man appears in court for murder of ex-wife. UNC MP is government asperging in RIC. Gonzalez, UNC saddled TNT with US $7 million desalinated water bill. Works Minister condemns arson at bamboo pump site. Rambarat, First Peoples may build their own school. Padarat, public sector freeze will stymie young professionals. Police, PCA probe police killing of prison officer. Help pours in for Labre fire victim. Opposition leader questions sale of NP stations. We will pay more at the pumps. SWWTU, government must invest, consult on port. Health Ministry opens a REMA clinic for long COVID patients. Webster Roy, over 4,000 reports of child abuse in 2019. UWI law professor Smallman must have say in cannabis industry. Accident victims, autopsies postponed for COVID-19 tests. Khan MP will sell fuel at same cost in Trinidad and Tobago. $8,767 flu vaccines given so far. Mohit, people forced to sell their assets under this government. Roselac residents continue protests over bad road. AG, new system will solve Tobago's land title issues. And these are some of the stories that are making way in the Newsday. So over to the Guardian. Headline in the Guardian shows over. Movitown Chaguanas falls victim to COVID-19. Movitown has announced it will be closing its Chaguanas branch permanently after being in operation for over 10 years. Rambarat, the preeminence of First Peoples must be recognized in law. Hussain, illegal procedures used for property valuations. Cops probing several matters of unexplained wealth. New policy for youths from ages 10 to 30. Ex-Children's Authority head wants end to corporal punishment. Padna. See that what you talking about, eh? I ain't agreeing with you on that at all. Arson attack on bamboo pump station. Morning. Spike in child sex abuse cases trouble Webster Roy. First Peoples told to weigh cannabis industry as option. Minister confirms 2,262 lost jobs, but it could be more. Emerging cannabis industry a viable option for First Peoples. FFOS wants 8-year lifespan on vehicles for public officers. Ministry introduces email for COVID-19 results. 2 more COVID-19 deaths. Movie Town's closure worries Chaguanas residents. Partake in public trust survey. Kamala wants 5% pay cut for ministers, political scientists. Why not double the figure? Police bus Balandra marijuana camp. Police identify suspect in crop poisoning. So these are some of the stories in the Guardian. So you can go there, get your Guardian, your Express, or your Newsday, see what's happening, read up on the stories. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, good morning.
Hey.
Bruce, you have it there. How far a tanker CNG will carry you? And what is the cost of it?
No, I don't know.
Well, all right. If you're working north-south, it will cost you approximately $13 to fill your tank, and you will make 2 up and 2 down with that.
Okay.
Right? So it will cost you about $13 for 2 trips.
Oh.
The price per passenger now is, I think, $22. When you add up 22 by how much passengers you carry, let me say 7, you have a 7-seater, you will know what you're making. You know, everybody fighting this thing, and even the opposition in this country, talking about gas, and gas will go up, and everybody will sell different price and all them things. I using super in my car right now, Bruce. Okay? And I feel, if when that time reach and you want to raise your gas, I support somebody else. And you know I's a bad son, eh? And if I can't buy the gas, I pack up my car in the center of the road and I start to protest. A one-man protest are holding. And let the police come for me. Everybody will join me, you know. But all it can want to batter the country, and if what will happen, and what will try to frighten the population in this country.
But the selling of the NP stations, right?
Yeah.
For me, just thinking crazy here, it would be competitive, which would be good for the consumer.
That is correct.
You
and Bruce, let me tell you something. The majority of the service drivers, when I say service drivers, taxi drivers, they're using CNG or diesel.
Yeah, a lot of them use
CNG. Over 85 to 90% of the taxi drivers in this country.
Yeah.
You'll find who using super is more private vehicles, private owners' vehicles. So what's the big deal? Give it a try. You understand? And if you give it a try and you realize you're looking to cut your throat with gas, I might be the first one to run out there and protest about it.
Yeah.
You understand? So this opposition party in this country, the opposition leader, everybody, they just want to have this country frightened. I listen to reading newspapers. Everybody is against this one. Look, you see Mohammed saying people selling out the assets and all them things. Bruce, it have people in this country or any other country in the world may be under pressure, and it have people that have. But how they're framing this whole thing in this country is not like that.
True.
It's not like that in this country. Let me tell you something. Everybody crying broken and they have no money and they having. When this pyramid thing come out, you see how much money this country have? You see how much people want to join it to how much money? So we don't get that. They went on a money tree and pick it over. Man, you see the opposition in this country? They really intend to bring down this country. I tell you, Bruce, that is the intentions, to bring this country down. But when they try to bring this country down, will be your own supporters will be under pressure too. wouldn't be only the PNM people will be under pressure.
That is just it. I don't know why it is everybody believe that when certain things happen, it will only happen to a certain set of people. It doesn't work like that.
And they don't think they must be educated by the book, but stupid on the road. Bruce, have a good morning.
You too, my brother. Take care.
All right.
Caller, good morning.
Brucey, good morning to you, my dear.
Morning.
What's up?
Hi there, cool. How you going?
Good. Thank God to see you another day. You went by the facilities yet?
Not as yet.
I want you to go and check it out.
I only pass in front of it.
Yes. Getting in there, Bruce. Okay?
Yes.
It's really, and I want the people, they go Martin West, go down, especially the children, adults too, and use the facilities. It's really, really, really good, Bruce.
Yeah.
Mommy, it was good morning. You deep south, take your holy boy. You had a good night. Bruce, everything all right with you, right, darling?
Yes, everything good, man.
Okay, darling. Have a good day. Bye.
You too, take care. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Hey, Sharo, morning, baby. Bruce, it wasn't the opposition leader in the campaign trail before the election was talking about privatizing everything.
Yeah.
She spoke about privatizing a lot of the government institutions, and she was just talking about we'll use the thing balances from UTC and them sort of things she was talking about. Now, I do have an issue with the gas being privatized, and I'll tell you why. I've been to the Caribbean islands, and I'll single out Jamaica. Jamaica is that the system they run. They buy the prices of the whole prices, and they sell it. And when the price of gas goes up, it goes up. When it comes down, it comes down. But you would see they run down those gas stations and them that who have the cheaper prices. So it's competitive because one person might have gas for like, let me say it's $2.99, and next one go have it for $3, and then one go have it for $2.98. And you would see people rushing the one with the $2.98.
Yeah.
So and then I remember growing up as a child, my father used to go at I think it was a BP gas station on the bottom of Piccadilly Street and Southie. That is opposite the Eastern Foundry. That a gas station there. We used to put like our $1 regular the fully tank and go Mea Road, Toko. If you had to go Toko, if you're going down south, Destiny, them places. But so it isn't nothing new to Trinidad and Tobago. It's just that some people never really saw it. But I saw it in them times. So there's nothing wrong with that, Bruce. Nothing. And then again, you have to have a license to sell. And I am sure there's going to be a clause in your license that if you breach that clause, the government will revoke your license. You can't sell no gas in a gas station. And for those who complaining about a group of people to come together and sing it up, because I listened to the program on the station on Saturday morning, and I wanted to tell the gentleman that the black agenda and them should be, instead of crying down everything, why the black agenda and them don't look to see if they can get about 5 gas stations and geographically put it through Trinidad and Tobago, so I can support it. I could go to my black agenda and thing, and whether the price are higher than the other people and them, I will still buy from them, why? Because I support the black people. But when you sit down there and just talk and complain about this and complain, it really doesn't make any sense at all, Bruce. Because you're just becoming not just a nag, because everything said, and you're not coming up with solutions and ideas. You get involved and see, lobby the government as your group, and see if you can get a gas station or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Look to about 5, and geographically all over Trinidad and Tobago. So if I go south, I could go a black agenda for gas station in south. If I come down in north here, going to that one, and I'll fill my tank, I will support it. But those just come on the radio station and just talk about, this, that, and that, and that. Nobody don't know how it works. But I can tell you, once the gas station dealers and them have a license, they will come with a clause. So if they try to abuse and dig out people, the government can easily deal with them and revoke their license. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we get ready to pay some bills. When we come back from that, we have our news headlines. So you got to keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. We'll be right back. When we come back from the headlines, we continue to take your calls. So keep it locked.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM. Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune in to 919 FM to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about. From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
And of course, Parang
Soca, and homegrown Christmas classics. It's a true Trini Christmas
on the Street 91.9 FM. Crazy! For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be. It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. And I lime it at the beach on the town. Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be. It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley, the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Julia, I just met Keisha and Ryan. They just moved into their new home and they invited us to their housewarming party.
Nice. You got their new phone number?
I forget to ask. Anyway, they're so happy that we recommend TTMF. You know, they got the 2% rate, the lowest on the market.
Great. So what's their new address? Clyde?
I forget to ask.
Clyde!
The 2% mortgage rate is only available at TTMF. Call today. TTMF. From here to home.
Hold me through the night. Hold me, my Jesus. Take the wheel, take the steering wheel. Hold me, God, this the balance wheel. Bang! What's up? It's your boy JD, and we are coming down to the Iowa stage, 8 p.m. 14th of October. I said we because I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with my girl Nisa. And we go blaze a fire in Jesus' name down in the Iowa. Streaming from my page on Facebook, JD's Vlog. Or you can check it out on Facebook as well. Streaming from Neil Iowa George on Facebook, YouTube, Iowa TV, and from Instagram, Iowa George. You know, looking like this because I want all you to get all the information for the social. We're going to have a real good time. But let me tell you something. Look to the person next to you and say, hallelujah, I'm not going to miss the Iowa stage. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We're going to have a good time in the Lord, amen.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage.
The Parang song is sweet. I love the bass and guitar. I want Parang forever. Yes, my friend invited me to a Parang party. It was an all-inclusive soca Parang party. And when I reached here, music has me leisure. I fell in love with it. Everybody happy. Like Papi Lord, glad when it's Christmas time, glad when it's Christmas time. To the ghost tree they're going, the whole house they're painting, some sewing and cooking. Since July the wine set, the quattro start to echo. It's the boy Daddy Chiney, aka the crossover artist, aka the Parangero. And here we're going on. You can catch me live in the Parang Jam, one-on-one on Iowa stage, 8 p.m., 7th of November, streaming live on my Facebook page, Ricardo Melville, yes, my government name, on Instagram at Daddy Chiney, and on Facebook at Neil Iowa George, also on YouTube on Iowa TV, and Instagram at Iowa George. Tell a friend.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage. There's only one way to start your week right, and that's to reset with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness program that is sure to change your life. Dr. Livette has transformed thousands of lives over the last decade and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Monday from 9 a.m. to transform yours. Tune in to learn more about herbal blends and U-Juice for building your immunities and promoting overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM. This and every Monday at 9 a.m. Don't diet, live mighty, live healthy, live it.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the Street 919 FM.
News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM. In the headlines, opposition MP says public sector freeze will stymie young professionals. Ministry of Works confirms fire at Bamboo No. 1 pump was maliciously set. And overseas, 2 protesters killed in police brutality demonstrations in Nigeria. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. A major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning.
News from the Street. News from the Street. 919fm.com.
So welcome back. You're locked on to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. As we continue to take your calls, caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Morning, Jen.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah, right, man.
Okay, morning, Miss Felix. Morning to all the 91.9 male and female warriors, Mr. Chance, our guru, Mother Talapuna and her husband, Stephen. Stephen, I hope you're feeling better, darling. And all my girl and girls headed by Auntie Sansi. I get an auntie. In fact, I get to Auntie Irma. And all my golden girls and them. Bruce, you know something? I realize that our society, we are a very reactive society. So we hear something, and we just act on it. We don't sit first, and not everybody, of course. We don't sit first and let us think it out. It's this one say, that one say, and we go on it until somebody explain it, and then we say, oh, that's how it is. And I think we need to start to change that. Get all our information first, and so we can make an informed decision, so that we will have people panicking us when they just certain talk.
Yeah.
And we just need to change. And those are things we could work on. That is not anything that we cannot change. Because when we go out on the outside to live, we conform and we do the things that they're doing, and we progress out there. We work 2-3 jobs. We do what we have to do to send back the money and all that. So it's not that we can't do it. We are disciplined people. We exercise it when we go on the outside. And it's just for us to refocus and do what we have to do, especially coming out of COVID-19, to build a society, this new society that Dr. Rowley always speaks about. And before I go, I just want to, I heard Ms. Baptiste Primus, I just call her Madam affectionately. I heard Madam Primus would have spoken yesterday, and I want to tell her I respect her. And I am honored that she has that type of confidence in me. It's really an honor for her to know that she thinks like that about me, because I too find that she's a woman of stature. She would have gotten herself involved in the union, a male-dominated area, and was able to successfully navigate through that as a female and build PSA back to be a financial giant. So with that, I always admire her and look at her as somebody that females could emulate when it comes to work ethics and all that. At one time, she was, I think, a messenger. Used to drive. She was the first woman used to ride a foot going around to drop off mails and stuff, you know, in the public service, riding this little motorbike thing. So she has always been an innovator. But where I kind of disagree with her is when she said who that she's supporting. And I will tell her that at the end of the day, that team may have taken things to the court, but they cannot run a union from the courthouse. That is just the style of Watson Canada's. We have a mandate, we have a manifesto, and we have a plan, my team, United Public Officers, to take PSA forward and to bring it back to the days that she would have known that she would have brought the union. So let her have the confidence that she has in me. I wanted to have that confidence in my team, and also to know that Oral Sanders was a protege of hers, and she had that confidence in him, and she would have seen his ability and would have pushed him to do, you know, the work that he would have done as grievance officer and all that. And she herself, I understand, would have said he would be the president of PSA in the future. The future has come, madam, and he is going to be the president, and you're going to be proud of us. So again, my darling, I love you, and thanks for the vote of confidence. But as United Public Officer, you need to watch. Have a blessed day, Bruce.
Yes, my dear. So the lines are open, 342-0081, 466-5391. If you're calling from the U.S. and anywhere abroad, or even your Magic Jack at home, 718-874-3860. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, morning.
Hey.
You know, not every morning others have the opportunity. So let me make you say this morning, I have some serious blow. And you know, when I get crazy, I like to show my blow who got that fall in it. Me a business. But let me say something, Bruce. I sympathize with you. See, sickness in this life out here is not for one set of people, persons, or it's not only for old persons or young persons, or, you know, it's something that we have to respect and all them things.
Yeah.
But let me throw out something to all them artists you have in Trinidad here. That when things nice and carnival and all in every fete making all the money, and all you don't even want to come out and do a little gig in all your own community, whether it's a day of fun or a sports day or something. All you're looking for big money. When you hear hard time to each all you're asking the population to support all you, to bring this all you, to give all you that. Bruce, I'm very displeased about that. Very, very displeased about that, Bruce. Because let me tell you something, when you hear carnival time come and the come out and hit, every step they're in, that time they have you to take on, you can't even tell them good night because they're watching you in your eye. You know that, Bruce? You understand?
Yeah.
Every step they're in the big time, sing nice, sing happy, and they're not even going in their own community to do a little gig for the children or for a sports day, a family day, nothing in the community. But when hard times pick them up, they're asking the same set of people to support them and help them. I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that, Bruce. So I want to warn all them big-time artists. Sometime rain does fall, and sometime again sun does shine. So bat in all your crease. Have a good morning.
Thank you. So remember, we live on Facebook, Street 919 FM. You can see us live in studio. And remember to share the live. Always remember that. You have to share the live. Don't play stingy with it. Share it. So my lines are open. You can call me up. There's a story in the Express, one of the stories in the Express that caught my interest, because when certain things happen, as usual, the government is to blame. Saboteurs raise flood risk, pump torch. Let me take this call before I read that story. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Bruce.
Hey, my brother, how are you? Morning, morning.
Your boy, yeah, quiet boy. Morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Brucey, listening to this opposition leader talk about bringing back this land and building tax.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's amazing, you know, because I have a good experience with fellas who went and search and find out how much water rate did we pay and who own land and thing, you know, and as that set of lawyers do it, you know. So we were lucky to get away from them, you know. Big court matter, you know. The fellas and them went in court with all kind of false paper from hardware that this build this on this ground and they do this. These people and them are easy, you know. But I want this land and building tax to come back to expose a lot of them, because a lot of people suffer today at the hands of these fellas in our courthouse, you know. And I wanted to come back. Now she was talking about the ministers and them decreasing this money they get for transport and thing, for buying motor car and all kind of thing. But I wonder if she did that when she was using my helicopter here, what should be in my army and my navy, for choosing my sea to cover my borders for me. But you see, these people do things conveniently to themselves. And when poor people wanted it, they don't support us, because we wanted the rapid rail. Today, if we had rapid rail, you think them fellas down they could have been talking about bringing in 9 million motor car in this place? Today, we could have, that was diversification, Bruce. Even the smelter plan and all would have been diversification, because man could have traveled from here to down the southern end to go to work and come back, and you could have reached in less than 2 hours by a rapid rail. And they stop and they see that it can come true.
Yeah.
You understand? So when you see you have people like that they object to things that will be beneficial to us, but they do it for their own benefit, I can't take them opposition people for that at all. That is my headache this morning, Bruce. Bruce, you have a good day, brother.
You too, my friend. Take care.
Yeah.
A fire that broke out on Monday at Bamboo Number 1 pump site, Bamboo Number 1 settlement, Valsain, has been confirmed by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service as an arson attack. According to a release from the Ministry of Works and Transport, MOWT, the malicious act has severely impacted the operations of the pump site as the structural integrity of the building, intake lines, electrical pump and fuel lines was considerably damaged. I wait for the backlash of this. So you can call me up 342-0081 466-5391. If you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, or if in your Magic Jack at home, 718-874-3860. Caller, good morning.
Defender, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, my brother. Morning.
And mother, wherever you are, good morning. And good morning to a female guru I just heard a while ago. I tell you, PSA leader, you know. And to my male guru, Mr. Tad. And to my grandmother in Tobago, Mr. Lani, and everybody, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Bruce Wayne, flooding Bruce Wayne. When you get flooding Bruce Wayne, when I get flood out. But why would you destroy the pump, Bruce Wayne?
Boy.
The same people who's complaining about flooding, why would you destroy the pump, Bruce Wayne? You see, they have nothing to talk about corruption. They can't talk about the budget. Did you hear Falcon, Bruce Wayne?
Actually, I didn't, you know.
Please play Chief of Finance and see if you can play the clip. Imagine my former parliamentary representative is now supporting this present administration. Good budget, excellent budget. So we have nothing. Bruce Wayne just now they might get a chainsaw and try to cut Trinidad in half, cut off the Caroni Bridge. Because they're trying to create Janjat and Couture. They have nothing, you know. They have nothing. The UNC is dead. Enjoy your morning, Bruce Wayne.
Thank you. Grasping for straws, I call it. I don't want to believe is somebody living in that area that went and destroyed that pump, and I really don't want to, because I mean, tell me somebody who not from the area came into the area and do that. I don't want to believe is somebody from the area itself went and did something like that. How is that going to help? Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce.
Good morning, and how are you this morning?
I'm great after the Almighty, sir.
Very nice.
Nobody ain't coming from Pushing Pond and go Bamboo and do that, you know. It's the people right there doing that. Evilness, wickedness, spitefulness. You know? When I look at it on the television last night, I say, oh, look at the kind of thing people do. When they stay and think like everything is Dr. Rowley, have them in a disarray, you know, everything is Dr. Rowley, everything is the PNM. So I really don't know where they're going with this. When you do something like this, if your own self you're destroying, if your own country you're destroying, your own area, when floods come, it has nothing to move the water out. What happening? That is to blame the government. They're not doing nothing. You know, man, it is so hard and then I'm fed up. It's getting people fed up of the things that they're doing in this place. I have my sister abroad in Germany and she begging us, all you take heart, you know, all you getting everything nice here. Everything going good for you in this country. Jah watching over us. You have a word they say that God is not in. We have to accept that because the amount of things going on. Another thing goes, I've seen people moving around with things on their face, sitting where they're wearing masks. They're sickening their own self because the thing's not clean. They're wearing these disposable masks and like it's weak shit on them. It looks so scornful and they're not listening. They're wearing the mask underneath their chin. You have to be telling people. At times when I move out to get things, I just be looking at the older folks and sorry for them. Mommy, pull it up on your nose. It's not for under your chin. Daddy, bring it up on your nose. It's not for your chin. Oh, God, it's stifling. No, but if you cannot bear it, stay home. Send somebody to do whatever you want for you.
True.
Dangerous. And when they're done, they would blame Dr. Rowley, the government. You destroying your own self. Anyway, Bruce Wayne, as I always say to you, keep the guard up. Don't let it down. Morning to North Manzanin and Nova team, good morning. Be wise and watchful, please. Take care of the children. Pastor Google, I'll be saying, take care of the nation's road and also the road on the street to you. Best and best to all.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce.
Morning.
And good morning to all the Titans and everybody, and to Sharon and to Mr. Chance and everybody. And Bruce, you see, that was an act of evil personified, if ever there was one. Here it is, you have a people who are normally being flooded out, and you are going to come and do that? Where's your love for your fellow citizens or your fellow people of the bamboo who go to hell during this time, this rainy season, and you're going to do that? If it is the UNC people, man, I cry shame on them. They are an evil bunch. If it is them, who will want to do that? And so the people go through pain and suffering and losing everything and all of that. Man, I mean, what is this? I have never seen anything in TNT like that. That kind of evil boy, Brucey. And then you come to the parliament and you talk, the former mayor of Chaguanas, talk about if the government put in a freeze on getting a larger wage bill that's stymieing the progress of people in the public service and so on. The government has to do that. My forte was in accounting and so. Lady, if you don't know about revenue and expenditure, when your expenditure outweigh your revenue, you find yourself in problems. The government has to put a freeze on that wage bill, given the scenario here now with falling oil prices and so on, gas and oil prices, which is the mainstay of Trinidad and Tobago. You cannot continue with this heavy wage bill. Understand? So they have no kind of understanding or consideration or any kind of thing where Trinidad and Tobago is concerned. You understand, Bruce Boy? It must be business as usual. You can't. And then now they have also gotten a big deficit with the onset of this COVID-19 virus. My God, where are they living? Where are they living? You know, there's an old saying that I listen to another station, another frequency, which states, some people speak because they have something to say. Some people speak because they must say something. And that is UNC. We must say something. So you talk such a foolishness without analyzing this scenario properly in our beloved country. And as Omar said, outside here, where people shall run to greener pastures, everybody looking inward now, looking to Trinidad and Tobago to run back here. Number one, our healthcare system, although not perfect, really caters for the citizens who don't have to dip in their pocket. In America, where everybody left and ran to, now if you don't have insurance, and then the administration want to bring a kind of bill where if you don't have charge, you are open to all these different diseases like COVID, etc. People are dying. And we still, our government here, still supporting us by giving us certain, I would say, comfort things like salary relief grant and all these things, benefits, and so on. So, Bruce Boy, we have some evil people in Trinidad and Tobago living amongst us. Right? And I wish you would sit down and get love. Where's the love for Trinidad and Tobago, or your fellow citizens? And you have a government that's trying with the falling oil prices. My God, Bruce Boy, I continue to go on my knees and call all the prayer warriors to come out and say a prayer for TNT. And Bruce, when you get a chance, if you could get Sexy Susie's calypso about social welfare and not welfare, right? Where people who are supposed to go to work, Dr. Rowley touched on, they're supposed to go to work, and the kind of disdain and they're turning on your noses on us, the citizens, right? When we go for service, you turn down your nose. Sister Susie captures that well in Calypso with her experiences in the ministry, that particular ministry, where you're supposed to go to work and help us. So, Bruce Boy, I continue to listen and look on, and I wish that some of us who living here will get love in their hearts for Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you, Brucey, for giving me this listening air. Thank you.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Brucey.
Hey.
Akotin boys. Here now, Bruce, remember last year the bus a pump down in Aranguez too, you know? The bus a water pump in Aranguez when they complained water was overflowing in and flooding out people place in Aranguez. You understand? But what they fail to realize is Washa they want to damage again, because you know we have to build back a whole headquarters in Washa, and they hold nobody for the fire yet. You understand what I'm saying? So what they're doing, they're sabotaging the place. You understand?
Yeah.
And all of them hiding behind the law, because look up to the law, we have a man bringing 2 Range Rovers in this country with the same chassis number. No police, no customs. And bring them, and send them man in a courthouse, you know, to find out how we get them to Modoka in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. And these people still walking about the place. And my judicial system, my law enforcement agencies in Trinidad allowing these people to get away with cramp. Bruce, have a nice morning, brother.
Take care. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, mother.
Oh, boy, I wake up late this morning. Sharon ain't coming out yet.
I didn't see her yet. I'm not sure
All
if she's
right,
coming out.
okay.
Yeah.
No, concerning that pump story, the people come out to march and curse and do anything to object to the person or persons who damage that pump?
Well, I ain't hear nothing about that.
Or are they waiting that when the place flood, then they start to march and talk and tell the government what they lose, and people have to look for government to buy back their furniture and their children's school book? Another thing, I saw a flyer on television last night where people somewhere down in Labrie, down in that area, burning for the roads. You think the fire service supposed to go and out that fire, or just leave it, let it run through wherever it has to run through? I don't know. This is how I look at it, because this is nonsense. You are going to burn such a... You didn't see the fire last night.
No, I didn't
But if you see it, and I don't know if it's in the forest, or if it's on the road, or warehouses are, or whatever it is. But anyhow, I heard a fellow in Parliament talking about what the government ain't doing anything for young people. I want to know what they did for young people. Everything government had to do, PNM government had to do for everybody. Send them to school free, even he grow big, get food. Send them, give them books, give them gate, everything. Government, PNM government did for children. Even for youth camps who could have gone and learned a trade. Yeah. They came and they stopped it. Now he talking about what government do just because they must give $200 to buy a tin of milk for a child in some time. I don't know if that grew the child right through in life. They just talk such stupidness and they're not acknowledging what they have, what was going on, what the PNM did and what they did. I don't know what they did for the 5 years, you know. But anyhow, I'll leave in this quotation. The talent to be happy is to appreciate what you have instead of liking what you don't have. And I hope they appreciate what the government did for the 5 or 10 years and for the rest of, and for most of our lives. Let us appreciate it than abusing it and cursing about it than saying this and saying that and the other. That isn't true. Look at what is going on and look at what the government is doing with a pandemic here in Trinidad and Tobago. Even that and all, they don't appreciate what the government did to help to save some of our lives. Okay, bye.
Bye, thank you. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Mr. Yesterday. Morning, Sharon. Bruce, you see that, what they're talking? You see that land tax? And you see that land tax? I want the Prime Minister that pray the country, the government to bring that back to that land tax. Because I hear a man saying that, if he should have bring the last 5 years, why he didn't bring the last 5 years he was in government? He didn't bring it back, he want to bring it back. Bring it back. Don't fret. Bring back that land tax and building tax. We have to study for ourselves. We have to study for ourselves. But the bigger men them, the bigger them have land and house and all kind of thing. That way they break in for. But Dr. Romeo take fight and bring it back. Have a blessed day, Bruce. Bye-bye.
You too, my dear. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce. Morning.
Hey, morning.
Yeah, morning to Sharon and family. Hope everything all right. Morning to Teresa Conley, Mr. Chance, Mommy Sauce, all the sources, and Miss Cummins, Saski, Clement. Yes, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, you know, I listened to Parliament yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Saddam Hussein, right? He asking for audit on the COVID-19, right? And up to now, the Auditor General said there was receipts they receive, right? And they can't come up with those receipts here. The Auditor General say that under the PP government there's receipts missing, right? Bruce, these people are them got the nerve to be asking these things. And then after, remember when they sabotaged the boat to Tobago, to Ruba Stadium? Bruce? When you see what happened in them total feeling with this election, they're gone. And there's nothing they cannot do because the people realize that the PNM government is the right government to run this country. And Bruce, I have one more thing to say. I would like the government to consider giving Dr. Parshram, Dr. Hines, some kind of medal when all this thing is over, because their guys are doing a good job, right?
Yeah.
Bruce, you have a nice day, right?
You too, man. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, good morning.
A blessed morning to you, Bruce Wayne, Mr. and Felix. I know you're locked on and listening, loyal listeners and callers. Bruce, it hurts my heart to see what they're doing with the instruments put to relieve flooding in that area. These people are them crazy. That's all I can say, they're crazy. Because don't tell me if that pumping fixed in time and a flood come out there, all is coming out to say, I lost this and I lost that. Because the residents in that area, they supposed to be vigilant also. And if all hear gunshots, only supposed to call the police. Be more vigilant on these things. It's for all your benefit. It's not for we benefit. I live on the hill, I live in Laventille Hill. If you of us are sharing your dues. When the government doing things for these areas, we're prone to flooding. And you have saboteurs, where things going on. The government ain't doing this and the government ain't doing that. Or they look twice before they think once. That's how I watching at all, you know. Because if all is sabotaging that, I don't know what else all they would sabotage. And according to Apola, you see, WASA is 2.5 billion every year. They had a drive to pick up money. I think it was in 18 or 17, somewhere between there. And they went down south. This is a ledger. They get a businessman place because you owing so much thousands of dollars. Like as they connect, he never must be paying her. And he make a phone call to WhatsApp and say, my house is coming to things, tell them to leave it. They pack up and go and lower down and cut the next man if he was rushing, you know. I want WhatsApp to take the drive seriously and cut all who in all here. Cut every one of them and make sure the disconnection fee is a nice price to pay to reconnect. You understand? And electricity also, $500 million. And we have people, industrial places and commercial places who own money, thousands of dollars. And you see that desalination plant from day one, I didn't want that. Because you see how it's milking me, like a little calf and a cow, it's only milking. Minister of Public Utilities, Mr. Gonzalez, there is a plan to put up a massive retention pond, reservoir, dam, whatever you want to call it, just east of the Uriah Butler Highway when you're going south. Everybody know that area. Put it up there, make it massive, and make it in a way that it will be recreational so people will even go and fish. This is what we should be thinking about. Start to contain the water so that in the dry season we mustn't be telling people conserve water and don't wet this and don't do this and don't do that with water. Let us be more forward thinking. It's too long. All the water goes straight down into the sea from Caroni. Please, all you think twice now. Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning to Ms. Felix, and morning to all listeners and callers of 91.9 Titans of Democracy. Bruce, I remember when the finance minister said in the budget spotlight that, and even the prime minister said it, that for the next 2 years things will be very difficult. But Bruce, I don't think he meant it will be difficult, meaning us directly, the people, I think what they really meant, it will be difficult because there will be no support of any legislation brought before Parliament be supported by the UNC. And that the changes that will have to be made in certain public spaces, for example, like what the Minister of Public Utilities was speaking about yesterday. These things are going to be rejected, they're going to be fought, and they're going to have people saying, don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other, as has been going on all along. Especially what's going to happen to that water pump. Those are very expensive, for millions of dollars for those pumps. And now they're going to hear you and I cry about we get flood out and we have to get support, we have to get a mattress, we have to get this, we have to get fridge, we have to get stove, we have to get furniture, we have to get everything. Again, every year. Every single year, the same old thing. Well, them changing furniture every year, Bruce. You understand? That's what it's about, nothing more than that. And as you get, one of your callers spoke earlier about the fire in Wassa, to hide all of the files and all the records and so on. This is what it's going to be about. And Bruce, it's my concern, Bruce. The opposition leader talking about the government ministers can just take a cut in pay, a 5% cut.
Yeah.
But Bruce, let's look at what she makes. You understand? She should start off by, first of all, don't take no salary, no opposition leader salary at all, because she is also entitled to a prime minister's pension of close to $60,000 a month. And if I could recall, that is tax-free. And not only that, Bruce, whenever she has to go to court, remember, she is silk now, so she have the red bag over her shoulder. I remember, Bruce, and they don't pay taxes when they get their money. Bruce, I remember a friend of mine told me he had an issue with a bank and he had to get a lawyer. The lawyer he got was a senior counsel. And the lawyer charged him off the bat $30,000. You hear what I'm telling you? $30,000. That's a senior counsel. And Joey charged him that because they knew each other. You could imagine one like you and me going to ask a senior counsel to represent you, or I, Bruce. Bruce, whether mortgage me house and sell me car. You understand? So Kamala Prasad's sister is taking home that type of money every single month. She don't have a problem. Look at the kind of house she living in. Huh? Bruce?
So true.
And you could buy the one next door too.
Yeah.
So she don't have a problem. And most of these so-called lawyers and doctors that she had in her cabinet, they don't have a problem. You remember when the finance minister a couple years ago increased the rates due to the government on those private hospitals that were paying next to nothing per year? And there was a big hullabaloo about it. They were up in arms about it. People didn't even know there was a just stipend that they were paying and making millions and millions of dollars. Huh? I tell you, don't worry, the public hospital will have it come by, we go fix you up. For how much money? You remember how much a screw, for let's say a hip screw would cost people? All of these things, Bruce, we have to study that there are people living lavishly, Bruce. Every time I drive going down La Romaine, there's a certain individual who says, "You want to give the contracts to most of the people I know, $1.4 billion from the former AG to his friends. Giving him one of the biggest houses they could ever have a cinema in it. Nobody is saying nothing about that. Just recently, another person, his mother had $3 million in her bank account and she's a housewife. I ain't hearing Mr. Kirkwaite running that down to find out what's going on there. Up to now, he never mentioned a word from him.
Nah, he don't want to know what's going on there.
But you running down, Mr. What you call her? From Aruka. You remember for Aruka? All now you running she down. Huh? Running down the PNM people because you so hate the PNM. I'm promising that you will do about more and you will tackle everybody. Up to now, not a word. All the checks that were written before, all that money, Bruce, all of that money, we could help Trinidad and Tobago today. Nobody talking about it. And this is the problem I have. They want this government to make the sacrifice for and they're always using these words: poor, indigent, and vulnerable. Poor, indigent, and vulnerable. They always care about the poor. One of them start up their response to the budget by saying, I am speaking on behalf of the poor, the vulnerable, and the indigent. And he's a doctor. He care about any poor, Bruce? They don't. And this is what we have to look at them. Up to now, I've not heard not one opposition member support anything from that budget. Not one thing they have supported. And people outside who would not normally support the budget and say it was a good budget supported the budget.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is what we have to face, and we have to look at them very closely. The revenue authority, they don't want that. You think they want to begin to pay taxes after all these years of free money? Huh? They're not going to do it. One person writing one paper and getting $600,000. Eh? This is what's going on in this country, Bruce. And this is what we have to face. So Kamala Prasad's sister is very well off. And she's not going to give up all of that to any poor, vulnerable, and indigent person. And this is what we have to understand. It's not going to happen. And we have to mind our business and we have to be careful. And I hope and pray, as a caller earlier said, that some black people buy some gas stations and make themselves part and parcel of the landscape of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. If they can do it on their own, get together and do it. Bruce, I thank you very much this morning.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce.
Hi, good morning. How are you this morning?
I am great, and I can hear that you two are great.
Yes.
Do I have time, Bruce? Or?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, good. You know, Bruce, the thing I look at, this lady lives in a palace. She actually lives in a castle, but she's always talking about the Pope. Past prime ministers, look where Patrick Manning lived, right? He never built anything more than what he had before. And she is always talking about the Pope. But Kamala Bessester is a lawyer, right? You think she doesn't know that you cannot spend more money than what you have? But like the Republican Party, you know, when you look at the American politics, it reminds me so much of Trinidadian, because 309,000 people voted for Kamala Bessester, regardless of all these things that happened between 2010 and 2015. Bruce, I'm looking at Trump, who might still have been as an active COVID virus, and yet he has meetings and thousands of people come out without masks, Bruce. I mean, in my whole life, it's as though you're living in the Stone Age, because I never thought that there were people without brains, Bruce. Because, I mean, it is amazing. Kamala knows very well that she's speaking to a percentage of the population who doesn't care what she says or what she does. You understand? And I really don't irritate myself to listen to their speeches in the parliament. Because, you know, it doesn't change after 5 years. It's the same thing. Campaigning has done, it has gone. Dr. Rowley is in charge. I have never heard any one of them say something that is to move the country forward. It's just, you know, they just gloom and doom.
Yeah.
You understand? And if you look at other countries, right, you see sometimes, I mean, this is, we all live here, Bruce, and I don't get it. Kamala Bessester hasn't changed a bit, right? She doesn't care about people. She doesn't care about country. She cares about power. And that is the end of it all. Right, Bruce?
Yes.
So you have a good day.
You too, my dear. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, I thought I never get through it.
Morning.
Yeah, but you have all the program. I had to stop calling, but I had to take over. God knows how much phone call I need to call in to talk to you.
Nah, don't stop.
Hey, Bruce, you know the Government Main Road?
Yes.
The back road?
I haven't seen
The
it
back road?
in a while, but yes.
You know the government recently pitched over that whole main road and the back road, right?
Okay, cool.
Coincident that there are some holes appearing on that road. And when you watch the holes, them, my boy, it look like somebody dig that with a tractor or some kind of thing. You understand? Why you doing that thing? Why you will bore holes in the road and thing? You ain't seen no pipeline burst, you could say happen because of pipeline or something, so you know. You understand? Well, in order for government to look bad, that is what's going on. And the next thing I want to speak about is the bamboo. You see bamboo? More than one owners owning them pathways. One person own about 10 pathways and setting the price. So this week, you go in the bamboo, your price, like you say, about $250. Next week, the same, like you say, a compressor. Next week, the same compressor you go back is $500. And that's been going on for a while now, and nobody discussed that. In that bamboo, they're assassinating poor people with the kind of thing they're doing in the bamboo. And people need to start to talk out against these things because it's been going on too long now. They're robbing people, and then they're crying on the government and blaming the government about taxes and this and taxes and that. And so when the taxes go up on cars, you can't answer. You can't get US. I say, well, you can't get US going up to 150%. You could explain that to me? You can't explain it. I see all the only robbing people. I see all the just like the fellas who don't think about going and rob people, you know. All it's the same thing, just in a different form. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey, man,
morning. And Diego. Well, what I have to say about that is that don't buy nothing in the bamboo, leave them there. Let us freeze our money for, let's say, for about 4 or 5 months. Freeze our money for about 4 or 5 months until they drop every price, everything inside that bamboo there. Because let me tell you something. They want to gain no bill, you know, and they ain't taking no bank card. They want cash, so there's no taxes that they're paying. Let us hold our money. Why can't bring your own part? Why we must want everything immediately? Your carburetor going bad, you want it immediately. They go and take 2,000 and go in the bamboo and buy it. Why? Import your part, they go take about 2-3 weeks to come, and you save some money. Why we have to go and buy from them all the time? Listen, all of the yellow things with China, with a chubby, for $20, they're dropping the price, everything. Now when you give them pressure, and we don't have to buy from them, bringing our own parts, where you can import your own parts. You know, they're doing their own thing, but all they want everything now, immediately. Your car break down, let me take about a week now because it break down already. They give all their money. Don't give them it just all they handing them it just on complaining. Come on, good morning, friend, the bigger, good morning, Patricia, good morning, Mr. Oga. Good morning, everybody, love to everybody, very everybody, good morning. Love is the answer. Bonnet Gardens and Mount of Love is the answer. Good morning to my friend Sharon and everybody are gone.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Hi, Lucy.
Morning.
The guy was talking about the Indigo Martin, that is St. Lucian Road. St. Lucian Road is like you call it back, right? But the main road, they have St. Lucian Road, will be the secondary road. And they have this thing there. Now, WASA run a connection to a residential connection on St. Lucian Road. Like when you're heading north of St. Lucian Road, just right after the gas station and the quarry road there's a slight slope and you go up and then you come down. The hole run across it, right after you come up, then you can see the hole. So the hole getting deep because a lot of cars passing it and then water from the rain causing to get deep. So you could be coming up there and as you break that corner, and there's a slight bend and you go up, you see brake light in front of you. By the time you look up there, you're going to mash up the back of a man car, if you don't know the road good. Now, I'm saying this. WASA has to run the connection because people need the water as a residential line and a new building somebody put up there. But if WASA is not responsible for fixing back the road, because that day for months now, then who it is? They have the Ministry of Works who will do as far as I understand, I heard the Ministry was explaining that the Ministry of Works will do like highways and those things. And then like the secondary roads, the corporation will be responsible for it. Or WASA themselves should be responsible for patching up certain holes that they dig. But my question is that the thing that Dr. Rowley was talking about is that the laziness of people, because they know, WASA know that, because when WASA digging a hole, WASA police something was there to direct any traffic because they run across the road. So they know it. Why WASA didn't fix that hole yet? Or if WASA didn't fix it, let me say WASA is not WASA's fault now. Because I don't know, that's assuming. But they pass it on to the corporation. Why the corporation ain't fixing it? Because I've been seeing the corporation patching holes, but here are the patching holes. They come on the boulevard, when the Fitzwilliam Boulevard, and they'll patch a hole here, they have a big hole up the road there. They ain't patching that,
You have a few seconds.
2 weeks after they come in and they're patching. But why the point I want to allude to is that the system of management is not really a major problem of the government to fix, is the public servants. Because if you cannot get the public servants and them to do their job efficiently, then you have a breakdown, because as the minister never pass the information down, and if they don't cry it out that, they hell with you. Right? And then when it's time for votes and everything, the people go and judge you based on you didn't fix the roads and everything,
Leave it there, my brother.
Yeah.
So we're going to pay some bills, we do our news, and we'll be right back.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Right now I'm feeling nice, so nice. Hey, value optical be nice. Yeah, caring for your eyes. You're sure to see real nice, whoa. Yeah, we have the best price and some brands for your eyes. You sure to look real nice, whoa. Yo, this is Bcash for Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Check us out today.
Babe.
You fell asleep? All right. I'm going, okay? Bye.
No. I hear. So what are you doing tomorrow?
Get that talk to your girl until you fall asleep experience with Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. All our new Digicel 30-day prepaid plans come with unlimited Digicel talk. No contracts, no surprise charges. Sign up today, forget about it. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans, only from Digicel.
Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune into 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about. From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
And of course, Parang Soca,
and homegrown Christmas classics. It's a true Trini Christmas
on the street 91.9 FM. Crazy! For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Julia, I just met Keisha and Ryan. They just moved into their new home and they invited us to their housewarming party.
Nice! You got their new phone number?
I forget to ask. Anyway, they're so happy that we recommend TTMF. You know, they got the 2% rate, the lowest on the market.
Great! So what's their new address? Clyde?
I forget to ask.
Clyde!
The 2% mortgage rate is only available at TTMF. Call today. TTMF. From here to home.
Tune into the Street 919 FM from 8:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. from Sunday 18th October for the program God's Last Warning Message with the Gospel of the Bones Ministry. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood." Remember, 8:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. from Sunday 18th October for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry.
The journey's almost over.
Hold me through the night. Hold me, my Jesus. Take the wheel, take the steering wheel. Hold me, God, this the balance wheel. Bang! What's up? It's your boy JD, and we are coming down to the Iowa stage, 8 p.m. 14th of October. I said we because I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with my girl Nisa, and we go blaze up fire in Jesus' name down in the Iowa. Streaming from my page on Facebook, JD's Vlog. Or you can check it out on Facebook as well. Streaming from Neil Iowa George on Facebook, YouTube, Iowa TV, and from Instagram, Iowa George. If you don't listen like this because I want only to get all the information for the social. We're going to have a real good time. What's going to listen like look to the person next to you and say, hallelujah. I'm not going to miss that Iowa stage. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We're going to have a good time in the Lord, amen.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Oliver S. Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
When When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Keeping your micro, small, or medium-sized business connected is more important than ever. Whether it's in the office, in the waiting room, or between the aisles, there is a solution for you. Keep yourself and your customers online with unlimited internet and Wi-Fi access, and get 24/7 technical support. With a personalized account manager, there's always someone to advise you as your business grows and your needs change. Starting from $199 per month, pay a year in advance and get 3 months absolutely free with our convenient online and offline payment options. So don't wait. Call us today at 320-8006. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
But wait, who's sending me this text? Hurricane warning, be prepared? Denzel, stop washing the car! A hurricane coming!
Mona, calm down. We just need to prepare. We must stock batteries and candles and charge our emergency lights in case we lose power.
That means we have to arrange a backup supply for Daddy respirator.
Yes, and before the storm hits, we must unplug all our electrical equipment. If we need to evacuate, remember to shut off the electricity at the main panel.
Yes, because you know here there's flood. Come. Let us move the appliances upstairs. Come.
Us? Okay.
Wait! Denzel, don't unplug them thing with your wet hand. Yourself.
Yes, Mona.
This hurricane season, when preparing for an emergency, don't forget your electricity. TNTech, the power to make it work.
Come talk with us. Realest News, Hard Talk, Real Talk on the Street 919 FM.
News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 7 a.m. major newscast on the Street 919 FM. In the headlines, opposition MP says public sector freeze will stymie young professionals. Ministry of Works confirms fire at Bamboo No. 1 pump was maliciously set. And internationally, 2 protesters killed in police brutality demonstrations in Nigeria. And now for the details. Member of Parliament for Princess Town, Barry Padarath, during his contribution to the budget debate on Monday, blasted the government's move to freeze the filling of vacancies in the public sector. Mr. Padarath believes that this will stymie young people who will be seeking to advance their careers. He directed some of his ire to Youth Development Minister Fitzgerald Hines, who in his previous contribution boasted about youth employment programs in a time when country's largest employer announced freezing the filling of vacancies. Mr. Padarath stated that despite massive job loss and very little economic activity regarding youth employment, Finance Minister Colm Imbert failed to give targets and figures. In other news, the Ministry of Works and Transport confirmed on Monday that a fire at the Bamboo No. 1 pump site was deliberately set. Intake lines, an electrical pump, and fuel lines were damaged, as well as the structural integrity of the building was compromised. The ministry's Mechanical Services Division estimated damages up to $50,000. Line Minister Rohan Sinanan visited the site on Monday and labeled the act grossly irresponsible and unpatriotic. He said the act has left a large number of residents, businesses, and farmers at risk of flooding. The minister assured a full investigation into the incident, and in the interim, emergency mobile units will be mobilized to assist with flood mitigation while repair works are being undertaken. Also in the news, the COVID-19 death toll now stands at 92 after the Ministry of Health reported 2 deaths on Monday evening. Both deaths were men with comorbidities, one of whom was elderly. The ministry reported 15 new positive cases, taking the total of positive cases to 5,116. The total of active cases is now 1,715. There are 105 total patients in hospital and 39 patients are at step-down facilities. In international news, a police officer and a civilian were killed in the Nigerian city of Lagos as protests continue against police brutality for a 6th day on Monday. Reports are that police used live ammunition on protesters. The incident came one day after a notorious police unit accused of unlawful arrests and murder was officially disbanded, which demonstrators had long called for. However, they remain unhappy after an announcement on Sunday that the officers are being redeployed to other units rather than being disciplined. That was a look at our news for this morning. I am sorry we have no weather update at this time. Here's a recap of the headlines. Opposition MP says public sector freeze will stymie young professionals. Ministry of Works confirms fired bamboo number 1 pump was maliciously set. And internationally, 2 protesters killed in police brutality demonstrations in Nigeria. You just heard the 7 a.m. national newscast on the Street 909 FM. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
She head bad, and she head gone, and she head nice, and she real tight. So she head bad,
yellow real thing. All kind of thing. Titans of democracy, Sharon and Bruce Wayne, real.
So she head bad, and she head gone, and she head nice, and she real tight. So she head bad, and she head gone. Why I tell she, why not you like it? So she tight all night. I tell she, why not you like it? Cause your head bad, and your head gone. Why I tell she, why not you like it? So she tight all night. I tell she, why not you like it? Your head bad, and your head gone. Why I tell she, why not you like it? She come in the party with she head bad. I wonder what she do to get she head so bad. She said she drinking, punching with beer, and start winding up on her chair. Look, people, them start to stare. Oh lord, oh. The way she whine and getting on bad, crazy like she going mad. She said right now she feel right. I tell she whine out the night. She tight all night. I tell she whine out the night. Cause your head bad and your head gone. Well, then she whine out the night. She tight all night.
So give your eyes a more comfortable life. Give them transition lenses from Value Optical. With transition lenses, your eyes are always protected 100% from UV rays. Plus, they have the added protection against the dangers from blue light and glare. Transition lenses adapt to changing light, so your eyes have maximum comfort indoors and outdoors, no matter the time of day. And now you have 4 new colors to choose from, so express your style. Ask for transition lenses at Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
All night, I know you like it. With your head bad, and your head gone, and your head mad. I know you like it. Say she tight all night. I know you like it. head bad, and the head no.
And this week, Iowa Stage and Fund Me TNT presents Wednesday, October 14th at 8 p.m. till we have worship featuring JD and Nisa. Thursday, October 15th, we have Pan with Keyshawn Julian. It starts at 8 p.m. It's Calypso History Month, and on Friday night, October 16th at 8 p.m. is Calypso Night. We feature Kaiso Gems, Lady Gypsy, Wanderer, Kid Kalalu, Typer, and Sexy Susie. Saturday, October 17th, we continue the Christmas season celebrations with Parang Jam, and we'll be featuring Crazy with Akisha. We close off the weekend on October 18th with Reggae Sunday featuring Mr. King. Iowa Stage will be live on Street 919 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George Facebook page, Iowa on Instagram, Iowa TV, and the Street on YouTube. Tune in and be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. Iowa Stage one-on-one with the artists, supported by Tuco taking care of business through our music, Pancho and Bago, and U-Store Lady Hales Avenue in San Fernando.
Your head nice and your head right. Where else? Why not your nice name? Hey, what I'm saying? Where else? Why not your nice name? The way you are whining and bubble and girls say you put me in a double and the way you move that plan to let your man be fierce like that. You should mix and bunch it like that.
I see her and I want her. I got to have her. Hey. So sweet. Wind up your waist and dance to the beat. I don't want no sorry Lord ginger beer. I ain't drinking them things this year. This Christmas all I want is a Spanish woman from Paramis. Digo Martins in a rematch. Donna Puta from Lopito and Los Fajos. Don Maraca. I see her and I want her. I got to have her. Oh, yeah. Get there. Give me. I tried all them other woman before. All other woman. But them Spanish mujer is all I adore. Them Spanish woman. I like to see them when they walk and whine. You're full of tenderness, it's so fine. You know how to cut and how to contrive to keep their family alive. So this year I want to take home a Spanish woman from Aruga, from Cumana, from Blanchichet. Bring them in here. From Aripo, Sangre Chiquito. Spanish Royal, Coco Payan, I see her, and I want her, I got to have
her. So just some quick information. Remember, Iowa Stage is each and every week from Wednesday to Sunday. And we ask that you please make your donations online before or during the show to fundmetnt.com. You simply search Iowa Stage, then select the campaign for the night you are donating to. From there, payment is as with all online transactions using your credit or debit card. Persons in Trinidad not doing online transactions can still support with donations to First Citizens Bank, account number 1999010. That's 1999010 in the name of Trini Bashment Limited. For all our foreign fans, please use Cash App payable to Neil Iowa George. Don't forget to tune in to be a part of these dynamic series of concerts, Iowa Stage one-on-one with the artists, supported by Tuco, taking care of business through our music, Pancho and Bago, and U-Store Lady Hales Avenue in San Fernando. So as I open back up the lines, my numbers are 342-0081, 466-5391. If you're calling from the U.S. and anywhere abroad, 718-874-3860. Caller, good morning.
Hey, bro, sorry to call that way.
No problem,
bro, the call, I will call about the whole law down. It's not that whole I'm speaking about, you know. I'm surprised about that one.
Okay.
I am speaking about when you pass the traffic light going upward. You pass the traffic light and going upward. You just have to look at the road and you will see where you see the tractor blade like a dig the hole and leave it there.
Okay.
That road was recently pitched. Why will you dig a hole in the road that recently pitched? The Martin Main Road was recently pitched. St. Lucian Road was recently pitched. What wickedness? Who will come with such a wicked thing to dig them hole? If you drive up and you drive up and you go out the main road, just after the traffic light going up, further up, you'll see it. And you will know exactly that wasn't no pipeline. You don't see no water running, you ain't seen anything like to create that problem you had. If it was water, they get that say, right, you know, we know water is domination, there's mash up the road right through. We know that. But that is a whole what I'm seeing there, and some of them whole going up there. No pipe, no water running out of them, nothing. And it dig out. Who doing that? And why? I understand what the brother speaking about. He's correct, but water and them just dig the road. I mean, they have to fix the leaks and things, but when they're done, they leave it just so. Whoever's supposed to come and works or whoever's supposed to come and patch it up properly, nobody, like, they have no understanding between government workers when coming to these things. So that's why you think they're looking at me so of a birthday here.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning.
Morning.
Well, then whole thing of I more or less I see it now, sir. And I can't recall that being what was on here, but I don't know. Because I can't remember seeing what I doing any kind of work around. What are you talking about?
Is where you talking about after the boulevard? Okay.
I can't remember seeing what I doing any work there. I don't know how that whole end up doing this system. And like you said, they weren't into long period, less than 3 months. Anyhow, on the other hand, it appears to me, Bruce, this opposition bunch only going to Parliament to campaign. Because one after the next, not one of them talking about the budget. All they're coming to do is to attack the last man who was speaking before them and to campaign. I mean, oh God, campaign done. PM, done win the election. That's all is honest, that's still. So you have 5 years of that to go through. So every time you open them, you go and attack and campaign. That's how you intend to more or less function as opposition in the parliament. Bruce? No, but let me be real, because I had some time yesterday, so I happened to watch Parliament channel. And I see for some strange reason, this is something I observed a long time. It's like certain opposition members get certain jobs to attack certain people, because last Parliament, we had Tahaka Obika only attacking Churchill. Now this Parliament, we have Saddam Hussein. Apparently, he works to attack the AG. Because that's all he doing. He ain't talking nothing about the budget. All he can do is attack the AG. And same thing with Parliament. All he does do is attack Hines. Because he ain't saying nothing more. He ain't saying nothing. All he just come to do is one after the next. All he wants to do is to campaign and attack the man who just speak before them. And it's like, hello, we're watching, we're seeing where they're going with this thing. They have 5 years at this stage, that's how all of them intend to function. The election done. The people make a choice. Live with us now, please. Dr. Listening.
Yeah, man, take care. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. I think this situation that we have having is a simple situation. There should be connectivity between the different ministries or entities. I don't know if it is there and management is not adhering to it, or they are following the system. Because to me, if WASA come and dig up a road or something like that, there should be a connectivity with Ministry of Works to the corporation, that when the work is finished, they come and they just pave it back or whatever. It's the same way like if something happened with the Trail Authority, they must be linked with community development, the sports ministry, social welfare and all that. So there's a connectivity so that you could go to the next level. And I think if that happens, you will see more productivity. I don't know if that system is in place and it has not been adhered to, as I said before, or if there's just simply a breakdown in management. Because common sense will dictate. If WASA dig up the road, WASA may not have the expertise to get the pitch to whoever to fix it back. That should be something Ministry of Work, I would think, or the corporation will come and survey the damage, see what it is, and see what is needed to fix it back with the engineers and all that. So I don't understand why things are left. It's the same like when you clean the road and they put the bags or the garbage. Well, I don't really see it happening so much now. They put the bags with the leaves and all by the road. And then it remains there for days till sometimes some animal or something rip up the bag and all the things flying all over again. So is there not a connectivity as they finish? You call whoever, transportation, to remove the debris, whatever, and it moves. So when you finish the whole thing, I don't know. And if that is not happening, that is what needs to happen. And then is where we're going to see proficiency, we're going to see efficiency, we're going to see productivity, because there will be a straight line of things happening, A, B, C going down, so there's no disruption in between. Same thing with TNTech, same thing with TSPT. There must be a connectivity. But apparently things are being done when you look at it in some kind of ad hoc way, and then the citizens and the persons, the customers, whatever, are left feeling that the government is doing nothing, that nobody care about we and that kind of thing. So I don't know if it's a deliberate, like with the water pump you all spoke about. Why would somebody destroy that pump? When flooding comes now, flood out the home, they're the first one going to be saying, we need mattresses, or the PM ain't come in time, the government didn't come, Dr. Rowley didn't put on the boots and come and look for we, and the minister didn't come and all that. You destroy something that is to help alleviate a problem, but it creates a bigger problem, because now taxpayers' money has to be involved to fix that, when that money could have go towards something different. So we need to have a rethinking, a retraining our minds, a reconditioning in minds to treat with, especially coming out of COVID-19, because the whole world, this is not a Trinidad thing, the whole world has been affected. The economics of countries are affected, the labor force, everything. So if we think that this is a Dr. Rowley thing, this is not, this has nothing to do with Dr. Rowley. We have to find a way to live in this new society post-COVID-19, and it takes all hands on deck to do it. If one fall long, I have to pull up another one. Otherwise, we'll be serious trouble. We cannot continue. Remember when they were saying they're trying to stay at home to do the virtual learning and all that? A big hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Yes, it's not perfect, but then they're trying at home and doing the work. They're settling down. They're putting things in place, and they're pulling. So I'm saying we need to stop only reacting to things. Let's think about it. Let's come up with a solution. Let's apply that solution and fix it as we go along, because it won't be perfect in the first instance. We need to do this, Bruce. We need to do this for our society to continue. Thank you again.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, Zina, morning.
All right, morning to all those who locked on to the station. Morning, everybody. Bruce, I have two things bothering me this morning. As the caller before said, and somebody else say, what is wrong with our Saddam Hussein or whatever his name? He think that he's still campaigning, and why you think Parliament, that people have to pay you, taxpayers' money have to pay you a salary, to just go there to think you're badgering the Attorney General and the government and the PNM. What is it? What's going on? So you can't go there and make a contribution. All he think is just badgering, and always want answers to this and answers to that. Well, only come up with some solutions to problems. That is what the opposition is there for. It's not everything, or they're going to just oppose to have this country in a turmoil. And secondly, these people, some of them in this country, when people can't get their way or they can't get governance, they mash it up. They're trying to mash up here. You see what went on with that WASA story? I don't feel nobody come from outside and blow up that pump. You understand? It is very fishy. I don't see why somebody should come from outside to blow up that. Something ain't reading right down there. So people, check all yourselves now. Check all yourself. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry to say, but I am waiting patiently to see the backlash of this. I mean, how stupid can you be? Caller, good morning.
I don't know what they achieved by blowing up that pump, My country trying to progress, boy. I love my country and I love TNT, and you see when people doing this kind of thing and sabotaging government property, I have a problem with that. I love getting flood rainy season. I watching this thing on TV every time in Bamboo, Pascal, drains, water all across the place. The government was so good to put a pump. And I know it's a really vex about that, See that man who stand him kind of nonsense, They put a pump, look at $500,000 of, look at the kind of money they spend to help all here. And now you want to block the damn thing? Nah, boy. There's something wrong with all the head, boy. But now, if I was the government, Bruce, I'll leave it so they learn something that always supposed to secure that and always supposed to be maintaining, always supposed to be the flood affecting all. If there's no security by the pump, always supposed to be taking turns and watchmaning the pump 24/7 because it's so all the purpose. Next thing with the gas station, Bruce. I have a problem with this. Let me tell you something. This gas station, why they don't give it to people? How you can give the gas station, they go and sell the gas station, no problem. To people who already have. They already eaten. Young entrepreneurs, young businessmen, little black boys, I think who have some dollars, right? Give them the gas station, boy. Let them make $1 too now. Why you give it people who already have? This is my problem. Who have, getting more. Who don't have, getting less. I'll fix.
Actually, I think the gas stations are there for anybody who interested in purchasing, Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce. How are you doing?
Morning, I did cool, man.
Yeah, man. Morning to Sharon. Morning, listeners. Morning to Chance, my colleague from Barataria, and everybody who are tuning in. I listen to Jenny, I listen to Tina. Bruce, I want people there. Now, it's very difficult when people, as always, make a point about reading and understanding and dissect. Stop lumping government. It's very easy to do that for people who don't have a complaint against a good government. So they'll say that, everybody's the same, as though, they're in a perfect world. I got a chance to, sometimes go back and listen to Mr. Chance's contribution in relation to the diatribe that people put forward there and people lap it up. For example, this big call by people who saying that, they cut the salary by 5% and so on. I think Mr. Chance outlined it properly, Bruce. This thing about, Bruce, everybody in our judge office take up a 2% cut to help somebody there, when really there's a bigger picture where if you come up with a policy, you could get more than your 2% cut collectively. So, if this tribe in the UNC always cut salary by 5% when they're in a position and 10% and government doing this, because they are chameleons, When they don't have a national policy, they have. If they're in office, they become nationalistic. When they're out of office, Bruce, run and test your tail, Because they don't come with a policy that they stick with continuously. Well, listen, if I'm out of office and the government brings it up, I would stay with that, They're changing that, Because there is a nuance. They come to run this country, even in opposition, after not making a government look good. Bruce, why you ever hear about that in the world, man? It's having a stupid group of people that you elected and you see something like a Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. This is what it is. A Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. Mr. Chance outlined it. Bruce, by just supporting that, people who are gullible like the Kingsley's and don't understand. Imagine that, in agreeing with that, you can almost get billions of dollars to treat poor people. And if you agree to the whole question of, well, not only the working authority, but the gaming industry and all these things. If you agree to the law pertaining to these things, because government do get taxes on that, it's another set of billions of dollars. Then you could take care of the people that Kamala Prasad describing as poor. Instead, cut your salary by 5%. Bruce, do the maths. I think Mr. Chance did it yesterday. Do the maths. It's just about $4.5 million you get if you cut people's salary. In a population where people greedy, gullible, are unforgivable, you have to get billions to take care of them. So Kamala Prasad running a charade in the parliament there, under the umbrella of taking care of the poor. Bruce, I know that when you're not managing your money, you could always, if you see what people do have, if you Kamala Prasad and they run this country right, if they declare $5 billion, they give you $500 to take care of your poor child, they give you a food card worth $1,000, and Bruce, we can come from millions. And people sit down there because of the benchmark and the mind low. People, listen to the right thinking people. Kamala Prasad, and they come back in the parliament, all of the previous people wanted to go. You know why? The level of thinking is the same way for the last 15 years, and she have a sort of a embracing 2010 to 2015, where you get voted out for. You never win an election after that, and you having the same conversation. Listen to Dr. Rowley, people. You mightn't like him, eh? People mightn't like him, Bruce. But listen to him and the second bird, and you'll be better off. Stop telling people to cut the salary by 5% when in the parliament, if Kamala Prasad agree to certain bills and legislation, or they could get billions of dollars to take care of you and your family. All the best, Bruce. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, man, take care. Caller, good morning.
Hello, Bruce.
Morning.
All right, the NP gas station, I'm going to put it out so people could understand, or callers could understand. NP has a couple of the gas stations, then you have the Unipet, and then the private people who own the gas station.
Right.
They run it under license. But some of the NP gas station already is leased out to the private citizens, right? And then they have some that they run it. But how the whole NP is run it now is being run now. Everything in the quick shops and them, like let's say Mover. The guy who's running Mover, who's leasing that from NP, he don't make the prices and then the snacks and the knickknacks and everything inside the shop, and then he gets a small percentage of the gas that he sells. So he really don't depend on the gas to make a profit. He really depends on the knickknacks, but it's controlled by NP. Because to get anything, if I have a product and I want to get it to sell in any of the NP owned stores, I have to go to NP house.
Okay.
And I have to put it there, and then they put it on for me. So these people obviously get the opportunity to own the premises. They would go to the banks and they'll go and get it. Plus, the minister said that they'll work alongside these people and them, to own it.
Yeah.
So the others know that it's available is what they'll have to put up on the market for. So I was saying again, instead of we complain about the giving it to the 1% and all that kind of thing, we have organizations there that they should be coming and lobbying the government. At least to get the government to give them it. I mean, I don't see that it would be a major problem if you put in your tender and your bid to get one of those gas stations and you're up to par, and then you use your organization to promote yourself to get it. I mean, that's more above board than some minister gave it to the partner or the 1%, because they already have the finances, so they have an advantage over the others. So if the government use a little leniency in order to give other group or somebody small to grow in the society, there's nothing wrong with that. But they have to do it correctly. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm talking to my Thomas family. We need to have a meeting. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, morning again.
Hey, darling, morning.
Morning. Let me say morning to Tobago again and say good morning to Maria Lyons, morning to you, my dear, and morning to everybody there again. Let me send out some birthday greetings to Hot Sauce. Today's Hot Sauce birthday, 15th of October, Papa. Deep Sauce, we go eat some hot sauce and a ham. So, hottest girl, happy birthday to you. Well, I know, oh God, what we gonna do, but something gonna be done. Right? So, Hot Sauce, happy birthday again, girl. Enjoy the day. Oh gosh.
Wait,
so
Mommy Sauce? That miserable.
Oh gosh, the cross.
Yes, Lord.
This, Solana. She's not easy. Oh my gosh. So happy birthday to see. That's another Libra. Anyway, Bruce, you have a good morning.
You too, darling.
Thanks for the thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, all right.
So I have time that I can probably take 2 more quick calls before I do my obituary. Or should I say do an obituary? Let me be correct. So you can call me up. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant, good morning, Brucey.
Good morning, Mrs. Thomas, and how are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you, by the grace of God. Good morning, Sharon, darling, wherever you are. Miss T, good morning, Miss Monica, my dear. Mommy Sauce, my darling. And Angie, 1285, Manu, Mr. Malcolm, the husband of my from Sandy Grande, then I just forget the woman, and Miss Jenny, Anne-Marie, Mr. Chance, all the mummies in Tobago, the daddies, everybody. Have a blessed day, my family. I call especially to wish my niece, Lizanne, Jack, happy, blessed birthday today, and may she continue to live to see many more precious years in the name of the Lord. And all who celebrating birthdays today, have a blessed day. Next week will be mine, God's day life. So have a blessed day, everybody.
Yes, my dear. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
The caller before Mommy Sauce is one of the best suggestions I have heard in a while. The same way how the police have their gas station. I think St. Christopher Taxi Service, right? These unions, these associations could get together and purchase or lease one of these gas stations for the members. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hi, Brucey.
Morning.
I want to wish Hot Sauce, Mommy Sauce, Hot Sauce, happy birthday. And I want to tell her that Liberals, we are special people, you know. Liberals are the best, Brucey. Don't get jealous, eh? I also want to wish Mrs. Baptiste Primus. She too is a Liberal. I don't know if her birthday gone or is to come. But Mrs. Baptiste Primus, my dear, happy birthday to you, girl. We Liberals, we believe in justice and fair play. You see them, you see the scales? We are the best. Thank you, my dear. Blessings.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Brucey.
Good morning, darling. How are you?
Hi, dear. How are you? Okay?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, calling to tell them a grandchild birthday. It will be next week.
Okay.
So if I ain't get it, because just hell. Yeah. So my grandchild birthday, and then the Prime Minister only the next day. It's 23rd and the 24th.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. So Mommy Sauce, Sharon, wherever you are, and morning to the Titan, and Anne-Marie Boatwright, good morning, and Monica, okay? Mama, good boy. I will forget it down there. Okay, everybody, Titan, good morning.
Yes, darling.
Have a blessed day, yeah?
You too, take care.
All right.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, morning again, Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Bruce? Hello?
Yes, morning, go ahead.
Yeah, morning again. Bruce, now, I know things are very difficult in Tobago, huh? Because they depend on tourism and so on. But, Bruce, right now, if the Prime Minister should, he's attempting to ease his hand as best as he could. But, Bruce, if people look at BBC News and see what is happening in Europe, because Europe decided when their COVID activity was on the decline a good bit, they opened back everything. And now it's getting worse, Bruce. The new wave that they have now, it is even worse than the first one. And now that they are attempting now, the Prime Ministers from Italy and England and so on, attempting to close back down things. People aren't accepting it. They say, no, we ain't going back there. You see, it is easier to hold and maintain and try to bring it into a means that whereby we can say, okay, listen, we can measure it easily now. It's down a lot.
Yeah.
And there are no deaths. Because right now we have at least 2 deaths a day now. Yeah, that they say, okay, let's open back up and let's hope for the best. And then when things go awry, you want to now begin to say, okay, now we have to close down again. People are going to accept that. Especially those in Tobago who are having a lot of difficulty with respect to the lack of tourism and all these sorts of things. You understand? But maybe the government, I think they are trying to do this to meet and speak to people and see what is the best way. Because you see, we don't, you see, once if about not, we don't care. Let the government handle how much people here. That's my business. Police. I come here to drink. And that is it. I come here to line with brethren and them. And that's how we think. If we are responsible enough to say, listen, hey, it has too many people there, we're not going by that bar. It's a popular bar, yes, we are accustomed going there, but we're not going there. We'll go elsewhere where there's less people and so on and so on. And do the right thing. Rather than play the hard music, talk up in people's ears, spewing all the COVID or whatever they may have. And then we end up right back where we started from. And there's no progress. You understand? And people are not going to accept it. It's not being accepted in Europe. Right? People are protesting. They say, now we can't close back down again. We see enough of that. We had 6 months of that, 7 months of that. We don't want that again. And they are having difficulty now in getting people, because they showed a picture last night on BBC. All right? There's people, the night people who come out to Lime and hang out. It was something else. Right? It was really, really bad. And don't talk about the United States and Trump and what. He don't care two hoots. Right? He just wants to get back, win the election, and he doesn't care how it's done. Is relevant to him. Who dies? But the point is that in these places, we have to look at these places, and we have to look at. Remember when people were talking about New Zealand, Bruce? We must follow them. Remember the opposition was saying that we have to follow New Zealand. What they did early o'clock. The Prime Minister did a very good job early. And look at how they had no COVID, no deaths, no this, no that. Well, Bruce, you won't like to see New Zealand today. It is bad. Because when she opened back up, the same thing happened, and we have to learn from these countries. If we don't learn from them and just go ahead and... I know people are... I know it is difficult. People are losing their jobs in some instances and so on, and it's very, very difficult. But at the end of the day, Bruce, there's only so much the government can do vis-a-vis this COVID issue, right? And don't just, be weak, in other words, and they have to be strong and use a firm hand in dealing with it. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the same situation as those other countries. Which I want to thank you very much.
Thank you. So at this time, we have an obituary to do. We're going to do that, and we'll be right back. The Street 909 FM has been asked to announce the passing of Uric Duncan, a.k.a. Whiskey, of Santa Flora and Gonzales Village, who departed this life at the age of 81 years on Friday, the 9th of October 2020, at the San Fernando General Hospital. He will be lovingly remembered as the son of the late Paul and Vanita Duncan, husband of the late Patricia Duncan, brother of Sybil Jeffrey of the USA, Phyllis White, Eva Wiltshire, deceased, Hardy Harold, Stedman and Lennox Duncan, Trevor Duncan, deceased, Adelitia Bacchus, deceased, and Gwendolyn Ransom, deceased, uncle of Yvonne and Victor Bacchus, Ansel Duncan, Joanne Ransom, Paul, Gillian Charles, Kelvin, and many others. Great uncle of many, relative of the Duncan, Bacchus, Bernard, White of the USA, Jeffrey of the USA, families, and many others. Friend of Kenneth Honoré, Terry Wallace, Aldwin Edwards, Franklin, Leslie, Mark, Glenda Cooper, and many others. The funeral service for the late Uric Whitfield Duncan, aka Whiskey, will take place on Wednesday, the 14th of October 2020 at the St. Mark Anglican Church, Teacher Road, Point Fortin. Viewing of the body at 1 p.m. followed by the private service at 2 p.m. thence to the Brighton Cato Cemetery, Gonzales Village, Guapo. Inquiries can be made at Elite Funeral Homes Limited at 648-3462.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
This is Ian Small, and right now we liming with Titans of Democracy, Sharon and Bruce Wayne. We liming.
Let me say happy birthday going out to Miss Nicole Graves. You celebrated your birthday yesterday. I heard you had a ball. Happy birthday to you, my dear.
Well, this is a real soca parang, all right? So I want everybody to get together and do something nice. Lesson, you ready? Let me go. It's painting time.
Just to remind you, this week, Iowa Stage and Fund Me TNT presents Wednesday, October 14th at 8 p.m. till we have worship featuring JD and Nisa. On Thursday, October 15th at 8 p.m. we have Pan with Keyshawn Julian. It's Calypso History Month, and on Friday night, October 16th at 8 p.m. it's Calypso Night. We feature Kaiso Gems, Lady Gypsy, Wanderer, Kid Kalalu, Typer, and Sexy Susie. Saturday, October 17th, 8 p.m., we continue the Christmas season celebrations with Parang Jam and will be featuring Crazy and Akisha. We close off the weekend on October 18th with Reggae Sunday featuring Mr. King. Iowa Stage will be live on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George Facebook page, Iowa on Instagram, Iowa TV, and The Street on YouTube. Tune in to be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. Iowa Stage one-on-one with the artists, supported by Tuco Taking Care of Business Trauma Music, Pancho Bago, and U-Store Lady Hills Avenue in San Fernando. It's all about Iowa Stage this week. You gotta check it out. You got to be logged on. And remember, you can please make your donations before or during the show to fundmetnt.com. You simply search Iowa Stage, then select the campaign for the night you are donating to. From there, payment is as with all online transactions using your credit or debit card. Persons in Trinidad not doing online transactions can still support with donations to First Citizen Bank account number 1999010. That's 1999010 in the name of Trini Bashment. For all our foreign fans, you can please use Cash App payable to Neil Iwer George. Don't forget to continue to tune in, to be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. So we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Morning to Sharon, wherever she at. I know she's very busy. Bruce, the gas station and them. Pantrinbago could seize the gas station. The Black Hawk is still operational. And I ain't even know the Titans. We could get ourselves together and look for a gas station, not 2 but 3. I need We had to do something, not what the country could do for you, it's what we could do for the country.
Right.
And these person them in parliament on the other side, Pasarat and Saddam, boy, something wrong with all your friends. All you have to get all of you to live here. This is Trinidad and Tobago. No more India, no more Africa. What's going on with them? The election over all your laws. We stop sabotaging the place and them. And some of them get damaged. Block pump and damage pump. We can find them there. And we're digging up hole all over the place. The wicked. Doctor, as usual, my brother, you have a safe and blessed day.
Yeah, man, take care.
Great to be here.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce.
Morning.
Well, everybody talking the same thing about the different unions and youth groups and credit union and union represent people supposed to get involved, which is a good thing. I put that on my page. But in connection, I heard the Prime Minister said European Caroni Swamp and Tobago. The people of Trinidad and Tobago, they wouldn't turn up. People are very sensitive. So a few might go and then the operators realize they're not making no money. People are staying home. There's a man around town, I used to go for a little bus ride and things. All that stuff that now, besides that, people staying home. So, Prime Minister want to say that, well, you know, but the public of Trinidad and Tobago, they wouldn't participate because everybody's being cautious now. The thing in life right now is survival by any means. So people wouldn't go to Tobago and go on the reef, the minority, and go down this and the swamp and whatnot. You know, people are very safe and careful these days. Locked on and listening.
Yeah, man, take care. So we have about 2 minutes just before we get ready to pay those bills. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, proceed. I like sour man. You say Pasarat. Anyway, but Hussein and Pasarat, two of them, something wrong with them. They ain't real sour man. So hold them up your head. But Bruce, I hear you playing at Kenny J. I don't know if I could get something for hot sauce like either stay inside a little longer or what the next one is, how long it is.
Yeah, no problem.
They know what it is. Yeah, no, and that coming from me and Deep South. Bruce, you see a little thing on one of them.
Good, no problem. You should get
all
it.
Right.
Then I realize it's by me them fellas coming. Same time I hear super.
So we're getting ready to pay those bills.
Open the door like you ain't know this is Christmas Day. What the hell you closing up for? I just come home and I should be sleeping.
When we come back from that, we're going to continue taking your calls. Let's see if I could take a quick call here. Caller, good morning.
Yeah. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
With all the talk about public servants, I want to pick up the health office, Oxford Street Health Office. I spoke with my sister yesterday and really good service there. So, you know, it really have those who are working and going above and beyond. So I just want to big up Oxford Street Health Service. And thank you so much, and have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Thank you.
You too, my dear. Take care. So we're going to get ready to pay those bills. I'll leave you with this.
I feel comfortable, so I bring a bottle. Was white oak I had and I put it on the table. One day calling Raji, saying no feel happy. In truth he telling me that the bottle empty. One day squeeze telling me to hurry, neighbor, and next one pass. And when you shouting, don't worry, we know that wasn't the last. I tell the man it's joke all you making. You say one drink, that's all you're taking. He said, maybe you should realize. He said one drink, but we didn't mention the size was neighbor. Oh, we taking one drink and go. It's only a short stop we making. One drink and go. Hurry up and see where you find in the kitchen. One drink and go. Bring out something sauce for the liquor we taking. One drink and go. Hey neighbor, neighbor. And we have to end up by party just so we taking one drink and go.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley got it all about the flavor. Shirley never let me down. When I lime it at the beach on the town, Shirley biscuits always feel like home.
Everything you want, everything you need, got the taste you love, anywhere that you may be, is the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
Shirley, the Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune in to 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about. From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
And of course,
Parang Soca, and homegrown Christmas classics. It's a true Trini Christmas
on the Street 91.9 FM. Crazy! For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
The Parang song is sweeter. I love the bass and guitar. I want Parang forever. Yes! My friend invited me to a Parang party. It was an all-inclusive soca Parang party. And when I reached here, music at me leisure. I fell in love with it. Everybody happy. Like Papi Lord, glad when it's Christmas time, glad when it's Christmas time. To the ghost tree they're going, the whole house they're painting, some sewing and cooking. Since July the wine set, the quattro start to echo. It's the boy Daddy Chiny, aka the crossover artist, aka the Parangero. And here we're going on. You can catch me live in the Parang Jam, one-on-one on Iowa stage, 8 p.m., 7th of November, streaming live on my Facebook page, Ricardo Melville, yes, my government name, on Instagram at Daddy Chiny, and on Facebook at Neil Iowa George, also on YouTube on Iowa TV, and Instagram at Iowa George. Tell a friend.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage. There's only one way to start your week right, and that's to reset with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness program that is sure to change your life. Dr. Livette has transformed thousands of lives over the last decade and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Monday from 9 a.m. to transform yours. Tune in to learn more about herbal blends and U-Juice for building your immunities and promoting overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM. This and every Monday at 9 a.m. Don't diet, live mighty, live healthy, Livette.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Will help you to find your way easily. With quick financing, low deposits, and the best interest rates. TTMF, you're on your way. We'll take it straight to your front gate.
Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited. From here to home.
Parang and Sembai. Hold something. Hold something. Christmas time, I want you to hold something. Hold something. Hold something. Christmas time, I want you to hold something. A cousin greet me Christmas morning. He from London, plane just come in. Come to check family back home. It's the first time he come alone. Now is the first time in a Trini line. Never eat like cake, never see it bake. Never drink sorrel or hear grandma quarrel. To ginger beer he knew. Hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you to hold something. Hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you to hold something. I walk him through Sunny Granny. Take him to see the family. If you see him with the children, them, all the aunties, they all love him. I take him to Auntie Vine, cause she have the better wine. I take him to Uncle Tan, to eat ham and play parang. Everybody sweet and him, then buy me neighbor Lorraine. When I tell you thing nice, hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you to hold something. Hold something, hold something. Christmas you hold something.
Talk your talk, but we don't talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Yeah, man. Neighbor, I'm coming through. It's Kenny. Hold your dog. I went by my neighbor to wish a Merry Christmas. I didn't go to stay long. I didn't go for no paintbrush. As I was leaving, it started raining. You don't have to pull out so quick. Just stay and shelter. I have no umbrella. If you leave now, you will get sick. She tell me to stay inside a little longer. Stay inside a little longer. If you get sick or you can't sing, it's Christmas time. Anywhere you're going, she tell me to stay inside a little longer. Stay inside, stay inside, stay inside a little longer. Oh, boy. The sky's overcast now. The breeze started blowing strong. Lightning and thunder. It looking like a freak storm. She dropped back the curtain and opened the window.
So this one goes out to Hot Sauce.
I was feeling warm.
From Mummy Sauce, Deep South. Happy birthday to you, my dear. We live to see many, many more.
And started singing this song. I want you to stay inside a little longer. Stay inside a little longer. If you get sick or you can't sing, it's Christmas time. Anywhere you're going, she tells me to stay inside a little longer. Stay inside, stay inside, stay inside a little longer.
Yellow, real thing. All kind of think. Titans of democracy. Sharon and Bruce Wayne, real.
This is crazy. The other day I went Venezuela and I fall in love with a señorita. I hardly know the lingo, but I really know what she know. I try out a old Zeppo, see me making signal for school and I'm singing me muchacha, dice mucho bien dame el amor. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Me muchacha, me say mucho bien dame el amor. The mommy rich, the papi rich, the uncle rich, muchacha, the brother rich, the sister rich, and I driving over. Bilim bilim bim bilim bim bum bim. Bilim bilim bim bilim bim bum bim. Lam bam 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 bilim bim bum bim. Lam bam 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 bilim bim bum bim. Bilim bilim bim bilim bim bum bim. Bilim bilim bim bilim bim bum.
So welcome back on the inside. You're locked onto the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy.
It is not too far, we'll pass through the subway.
And my lines are open, 342-0081,
So I take
466-5391.
hope you comprehend and I start.
If you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, or even your Magic Jack at home, 718-874-3860.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Me muchacha, Me say mucho bien, dame el amor. Me mommy rich, me papi rich, me uncle rich, muchacha, me brother rich, me sister rich, and I drive in motor car. Bilim, bilim, bim, bilim, bim, bim, bim. Bilim, bilim.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Morning.
You see them politicians and them who talking about privatization of gas station and price codes, you know, I don't trust them. While they were telling us that, them is the ones who will pick up the phone or meet the public servants that they put in position there when they was in power and tell them, hey, you see that fella there? He's looking thing this, so you see if you can push that for him now, because, you know, this government has a hands-off approach on getting involved in things like that. Because Dr. Rowley have a no-nonsense for them kind of thing. So while they're telling me that they don't have the partner boarding them, hey, if you can get out of from now, boy, I want to get a gas station up in so place and one thing there, and then they have the next one down there, and they would do it because I see a contractor who would do a lady house, and when you are doing it, he pull off, he signs off for your vehicles and them, and as a matter of fact, he was bankrupt. And he came out of bankruptcy and become a multi-billionaire. And then for some reason, he bust out and gone and leave everybody here because some questions you want to ask him now about certain finances. No? So he gone hide him. So we don't trust them, you know. And the St. Christopher gas station, the association, the St. Christopher itself, they lease out that. So there's a private company that running that gas station because they lease it, they are the landlord. So the taxi service is there in the building but wrong in the back upstairs, which the office for the gas station itself is wrong in the back upstairs too. But they lease it out. But what we have to do, and everybody on board with this, if the Titan democracy or whatever, we push everything and form a union or some kind of thing and so we get a gas station, at least one gas station and build the name Titan to the democracy.
Yeah.
It's some kind of thing like that. You know? Wait.
Yeah, man. Sharo.
Bam, 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 bilim, bim, boom, bim.
Sharo.
Bilim, bilim, bim, bilim, bim, boom, bim.
Sharon, we had to talk later again.
Bilim, bilim, bim, bilim, bim, boom, bim. Lam, bam, 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 bilim, bim, boom, bim. Lam, bam, 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 bilim, bim, boom, bim.
Buenos días, ladies and gentlemen, señor.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. I'm just calling to say good morning and have a blessed day to you all on the radio station. Bye.
Bye-bye, miserable. That number can't hide. Good morning to you, Miss Malwa.
I took the role of lead singer, Parang Soka in Arima. Concert of my Parang band, 2000 struck the grandstand. Evel Cock was the MC. When he introduced me, people jump.
And he will be on Iowa stage this coming Saturday.
To my
Christmas jam.
Of Serenal, Alpagata.
The man crazy. And Keisha.
Maria, Nicoraso. From Porter State to Faizabad, everybody go crazy mad. Maria, mi corazón. Born to us, a child was born. Born to us, a ever-loving son. Like a thief in the night, he showed his life, and he meant no harm, just to save us from damnation. Hooray, hooray, hoorah, 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 they say, our Savior was born today. It was through his life, while a shepherd's flight, but they just wouldn't believe their eyes. And when he come, man, you know them non-Christian get together and pound nails in his hand. And on the third day, he rose again. So you see, he shed his blood for me. Kuchilala, baby, kuchilala, baby, kuchilala, baby, kuchilala, kuchilala, baby, kuchilala, baby, kuchilala, baby, kuchilala. This pretty Indian girl, a bunch of white in Caratal. She says she come from Calcutta, and she want to take me dinner. When I reach home by the baby, all she had hope to offer me was Gucci la la, Gucci la la, Gucci la la, Gucci la, Gucci la la, Gucci la la, Gucci la la, Gucci la. Bring a car, bring a box, bring a bike, bring anything. Feeling, 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 feeling. Feeling, 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 feeling. Bam, 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 feeling, bam, boom. Bam, 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 feeling, bam, boom. Feeling, 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 feeling. Feeling, 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 feeling. The other day I went Venezuela and I fall in love with that señorita.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning. Load on your radio, please.
Sure. Good morning to Sharon and everything is. Can you play a happy birthday song for my granddaughter, please?
What song is
Today
that?
she is 6 years old.
Okay. I'll look for something for her.
Excuse me?
I said I'd look for something for her.
Okay.
No problem.
You could play the happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, I'll have to check to see if that's in the system.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Okay.
He's a very good boy. Oh, yeah. He's a very good boy. Raise your hand and come for your toy. Raise your hand and come for your toy. She's a very good cute. Oh, yeah. She's a very good cute. Oh, yeah. Raise your hand and come for your toy. Raise your hand and come for your toy. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Caller, good
Hello to
morning.
you, Mr. Bruce Wayne and your family. Eventually, I got in.
Morning.
Yes, blessed love to my Sharon Felix also and her family. I just missing you this morning. Yes, you take care of us and do what you have to do, my dear. Blessed love to my Titans family. Mano, blessed love to you, you know you're special. And sometimes when I'm calling, it's what the money wages of on the phone. Because I do call, so you know how it goes, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yes, and my surrounding. All I have to tell my people who trying to sabotage, God watching all you, know. God watching all you. All you keep on doing wrong and see all you go always be on top. But God is in control of everything. Dr. Rowley, you don't give up your faith. You keep holding on and your ministers and everything go. So they let her keep doing that for the next 5 years come so they could get to settle. The prime minister and the ministers ain't doing nothing for 5 years. Is that what they're doing? You know? They know themselves. And there's always the people who just take up a Bible and swear. They know it's God they have to face. So let us keep the faith and try to be on the right side with this COVID virus, like they're studying that. Everything. That's why you see plague has to take this world, not this country, no, this world, right? Because the map shows a little thing and it's a picture around them, right? So, blessed love to you, Mr. Bruceman, and you keep up the good works and thank the Lord for bringing you in this morning safely in Jesus' name and let's send you back out safely to meet Sexy Flex and her family, right?
Yes, my dear.
Nice.
This one for Tito, numero uno. Play one for.
Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Mr. Bruceman. Yesterday, Miss Sharon Phillips had a wonderful guest on the program, but I would like her to explain the PSA lands up and along Circular Road and the housing development. She didn't touch that at all. If you understand what I'm saying here, I want to know if the PSA sell the land, if it's the housing development, a housing developer purchase the land, if the housing development belongs to the PSA, or if they contract the housing. If it was under those lines, I would have liked Mr. Jennifer, but this prime minister to explain what is that, because as a share, all the unions fail in this country. They only study to pick up the workers' dues and tell them protest when they get no salary increase. They never study to according to some callers, have cooperatives. They never study to purchase land and give to the workers to build houses, or build houses on land for workers. Because millions of dollars they collect, and some of them 81 years. OWT does boast about the 81 years. But I wonder if he built 81 houses. And Mr. OJ, I don't want all you come in on the 31st and tell me something different. All now, so as a share, you and the Minister of Energy, Mr. Franklin Tan, should be in a room from morning till evening till all is sign off. When the budget finished there, at least all is supposed to have some kind of agreement to sign off. Don't wait until the 31st for nothing to do. And like we backward in we thinking, or the 5,000 or so workers who get this X amount of dollars, is to build one rig or two rigs and start to bring oil out of the ground. So it's less import for the refinery until you could match the amount you're importing. We're taking out of the ground here and you stop importing. This is a business head, all no business head or what, Mr. OJ? All the union and all the union, all only studying to collect money. And as like all now, so Duke said, we want money now. You was watching you 7 years now and 2013 salary. Mr. Duke, all they do watch economy, boy. All in watching how it is expenditure versus revenue. These are the things all you have to put in all your head before you think about increasing salary. Let me make sure that this production here continue, that we move forward, and then we could see which that we could increase salaries. Thank you very much, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, morning again.
Morning.
Bruce, I sit down here thinking, that the opposition leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come out and say nothing about that pump in the bamboo.
No.
They make no statement. So these people are not patriots of this country. They're siding with whatever going wrong, and they have nothing to say to the citizens about what they're doing that is wrong. They ain't saying nothing about the Turuba Stadium. They ain't saying nothing about the Sea Bridge. They ain't saying nothing about that pump happening in the bamboo. Well, hey, Bruce, here's now, them should never see government in this country again, you know. If the people understand that these people are not for Trinidad and Tobago, is not to put them back into government again. Let them stay in the opposition or get rid of them. All right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, man.
The brothers will survive, and I'm sure they will.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Bruce.
Easy now.
And that is why I said earlier, you think people don't know what went on? And it as I say, I want to emphasize, I show it to nobody from outside. My mind tell it, but I've come in and blow up that pump. But don't worry, time longer than twine. Rainy season, it finish, you know. It finish at all. We're waiting to see how they're going to fall on the government and they're going to want Rowley to come down when it's flood down there to drown. You understand? So let them go ahead. They're hurting their own self. Bruce, why I call, I wanted to tell Mommy Sauce. Mommy Sauce, good morning, and it seems like Mommy Sauce take away my P&M blanket. She sounded very much on the one. But she have her own one that must be just like mine. Old and, you know, sweet smelling of what, you know. And she obedient shock you. How you sound like you was under your blanket, so Mommy Sauce. Morning, and happy birthday to her, so Is what with sauce she say? Hot sauce?
Yeah, hot sauce.
Yeah. All right, so all the best. Later.
Yes.
Play one for Tito, the father of Parang. Play one for Tito, El Cante del Cantaro. Play one for Tito, the father of Parang.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, 1285. How are you?
I'm okay for the moment.
Okay.
I just calling to say morning to Mr. Malcolm, Miss Gemma, Miss Angie, Miss Thomas, Manu, Miss Gloria, Mora, Mammy Sauce, and you know I can't leave out the Queen. Mother Tanapuna, good morning, darling. Morning, Mr. Chan and Jenny Booth. And to our Bridget Pierre and our special friend, Miss Monica Paul and Miss Diane Smith. I want to say congratulations to my two grandsons who passed their SCA exam. One going success and one going sour note.
Nice.
Jonathan going success and Isaiah going sour note secondary. I want to say congratulations to them. And their father's birthday was on the 10th, which was Saturday, so you get a good birthday gift. Okay, so I just looked on and listened. I just want to say congratulations to them again.
Yes.
And morning to Sharon, wherever. I know she's tired and she's doing work. That's why I always say, I don't know what God was thinking. Because she's so much to everybody, always stretching her helping hand. So I'm morning to the Tobago Titans. I looked on and listening.
Yes, my dear. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
It looked like I had to come and sit down on your lap to do that technology. You know how long I'm trying to get in? I feel I had to come and sit down on that lap to put in that technology.
Coco, how are you this morning, my dear?
I am okay. I'm fine.
Nice. As per you.
Yeah. I feel I had to come and sit down on that lap.
Not me and you, no?
To put in that plug so that the technology going to work. Now I'm calling. I want to say special good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, all the callers, all the listeners. And I had to come to Iowa, George, to put in that technology. I have to sit down on your lap. I feel the technology go work better.
No.
Right?
I ain't able to you, no, ma'am.
Yeah, it's something like I need to go up and down now. You see how it's going up and down. So when callers and then call, they just cut things. So I feel I have to come and sit down on top here.
Coco,
so we'll get me.
Coco, you
right?
have a blessed morning, eh? Yes, darling.
Yeah. Sharon getting to groove on. She getting to groove on.
She hearing you.
That phone not doing well.
She hearing you. You know, she go fix you.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, darling.
Bye.
So remember this week, Iowa Stage and Fun Me TNT presents Wednesday, October 14 from 8 p.m. till we have worship featuring JD and Nisa. Thursday, October 15 from 8 p.m. we have Pan with Kishon Julian. It's Calypso History Month, and on Friday night, October 16th at 8 p.m. we have Calypso Night featuring Kaiso Gems, Lady Gypsy, Wanderer, Kid Kalaloo, Typer, and Sexy Susie. Saturday, October 17th, we continue the Christmas season celebrations with Parang Jam, and we'll be featuring Crazy and Akisha. We close off the weekend on October 18th at 8 p.m. with Reggae Sunday featuring Mr. King. Remember, Iowa Stage will be live on the Street 909 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George Facebook page, Iowa George on Instagram, Iowa TV, and the Street on YouTube. Tune in to be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. Iowa Stage one-on-one with the artist, supported by Tuco taking care of business through our music, Pantrin Bigo and U-Store Lady Hales Avenue in San Fernando. Remember to make your online donations before or during the show to fundmetnt.com. You simply search Iowa Stage, then select the campaign for the night you are donating to. From there, payment is as with all online transactions using your credit or debit cards. Persons in Trinidad not doing online transactions can still support with donations to First Citizen Bank, account number 1999010. That's 1999010 in the name of Trini Bashment Limited. For foreign fans, you can use Cash App payable to Neil Iowa George. So it's all about Iowa Stage this week. Entertainment for each and every one. So you got to be ready. Remember to make sure and have your drink of your choice, your little cutters, move the chairs, move the table, shift everything around a little bit. Make sure the little surround sound system sounding good. Get yourself ready for Iowa Stage. Street 909 FM, this is your Titans of Democracy. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again. You know, play the right music there. Yeah, that we no play there. That's the rare Christmas theme.
Daddy money spending music or no?
People to stay home.
Mano,
don't go and buy no big things.
That is the money. Mano, daddy money spending music.
Some other man money. Coco, don't spend no big set of money. Bring some money for me and all kind of things. Mami says good morning to you. Let me say good morning to Claudette and Jenny out there in Florida. And Mr. Toronto out there. Malcolm and Gemma, good morning. Vina, good morning to you. And love, always save all your money. When after Christmas, always too much money. I'm glad people can't come by nobody. You come by my house, you know, have a pit bull. And I'm starving him for Christmas and let him go in front of me door, gone.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
I find these African people always quarreling. Why they don't satisfy? After you and I call it, naming Sharon and all your Juliet, all of us, don't work so hard, you will come back and put the next government inside. After all of them work all so hard, and all still working, and they are quarreling, why they don't behave themselves? Behave themselves and work with the government. They only quarreling every time this go PM, but always quarreling. They're getting this, they're hungry, all kind of, and the African people, they're hungry, they have nothing to eat. Work with the government and people on yourself. After all, they don't work so hard to put on the government in power, and then all talking hungry. But all stay hungry. Stay hungry. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, when man say you have a football?
Yeah, Papa.
I was by you last night. That one of them dustbin carrier here. You know them dog with his empty pick up garbage. What football? You find football big like big things. What football you have?
I live with you on Manu, you know.
Manu, them potons and them with a box people bag. Him says they show vinegar in the bag, they still bust in the bag. The man who thing, he have cocoa behind the tree, behind the house. Mano, yeah, woman to spend your pension and rub your head and enjoy thing now, like that. If you want a pension, spend how come? I take it no more, leaving it with just $20.
You easy. Coco,
you can buy some newspaper when the morning come.
Coco, time to go to work.
I done working already. I don't go on the road. And I send some love, and dream, sauce. Hot sauce birthday today.
Yeah.
She gonna be hotter than hot. Bless up. Happy birthday, hot sauce. Enjoy to the fullest. Right? So,
good, yes, darling.
Yeah, when I had to teach you the needles, you know, I had to come in to do the technology.
Coco, bye-bye.
When you want me to come in?
I will call you, bye-bye.
Mano, let me spend that money.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Rowan. How are you going, man?
I did cool, man.
Well, all I call it is to tell them stop bashing up the house now, man. How divided can't stand. Leave the house to start up there, man. Stop fighting with each other. Oh, God. The other people laughing at you the whole morning when they hear you destroying your own self, man. Take together, don't mash house. Do some good day, man.
Yeah, man. Take care.
El maestro que me enseñó.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Oi.
Coco want to go and take Coco by Mano. She go can't hold them Coco Mano, and you want to spend Mano money too, but you ain't easy. You Coco. She want to spend Mano money and rub your head. Go on if you feel Mano easy. You go up. I tell you already, go up and meet Mano. That Coco not easy. Granny morning, Granny and Angelina Teresa with Granny. I hottest Granny. Granny morning to Granny. Don't call hottest and get hottest the pong, you know. Hey, hottest get on the radio. Yeah, she, what song you play there for me? Inside a little longer. Yeah, she will tell her play the next one too now. I said, what's the next one? How long it is? Yeah, she had, I think I like that one.
This girl is trouble, isn't
it? She's trouble. Oh, God, she said, I think I like that one more. I want to drop here this Coco. This hottest, I don't know where they come out now, but I tell you, hottest girl, I enjoying it. But later we go prance. She doesn't say that. We go prance later. So we're saying, Granny morning to you, darling. Granny in the thing, you know, Granny does listen all every morning, eh?
Nice.
Yes, Granny in it. So Granny call Hottest and get Hottest for a long time. Hottest gets on it and we say, oh God, I love it. Anyway, Mano, morning to you. Coco coming and making sure she come up the road. Go ahead, you like Bacchanal? The right feel. Anyway, Bruce, so let me go and do my work. I reached on here very early. I didn't work yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I can do some business, so I come out this morning. So I bad out here this morning. Now when I'm a little thing to go and do, I have to go and do it. So, all take care, enjoy the day, the balance of the day. Yes, hottest, you will get how long it is just now. You understand? Deep South. Yeah, what hottest asking for? All right, I'll go on.
Later.
Yeah.
45 botones. Si usted quiere cantar conmigo, que se madre sus calzones, porque mis calzones tienen 45 botones. ¡Chupa!
Caller, good morning.
Morning, I came to.
Hey, morning.
I know my father, man. I know Sugar Daddy.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, he get exposed to the pit bull. I understand it. A dustbin terrier. Like she ain't leaving nobody morning, Coco. Oh, God.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, King Bruce. How are you this morning?
Mr. Archer, how are you doing this morning? I good.
Me them and me feel lonely, so I have to call you King Bruce.
Nice.
You are alone on the throne.
Oh, good.
You know, when people abandon you, you know, you keep up till you come. Keep up, man, keep up. You are a boss.
Thank you.
She abandoned me too, you know.
She abandoned you too?
Yes, she abandoned me too. But you know, sometimes we have to give and take.
Yes, true.
When you have a good woman, you have to give and take. Right? Brucey?
Oui.
When you listen from people making contribution in the parliament, it will sit with some of them. When you listen from people making contribution in parliament, these people are sick my stomach. Cadarato, Comarato, where the fella name. I don't know where you come from. You go, you come back. Like you're lost, you don't understand what's taking place. So, Cadarat, let me apologize to you. I don't want to apologize to the news. Let me apologize. People, my name is Cadarat, I'm sorry. And you see, when some people do nonsense, they just feel it's Dr. Rowley they do. All people could stand up, look at this, mash up a pump that's saving people's lives or save people's property, mash it up and feel like doing the government something. That means, that shows that flooding in these areas are business. Because of flooding in some of them areas are business. Because when you have flood, the government gives you a new fridge, a new stove, a new television and so on. So the old one, when they do the old one, they just think it, put it one side and sell it back. So that's business. How you going to open your eyes and they put things there to stop the flooding and you could go and destroy it? For what? Because you don't like Dr. Keith Rowley? Or you don't like the government? This makes sense, people. When you do these things, that don't affect or effect. Have no effect on Dr. Rowley. No? And when you're done, I'll look trying to help poor people. Go in Parliament, stand up and say, we're looking for poor people. We come into the property tax, Lucy. If you have a piece of land and you don't pay tax, you don't have it, you don't know if it's yours still, because people go in behind your back, pay for the property. Make a fake deed easy to get them. And then you see bulldozer come and break down your house and say they won't pay. So when they talk about property tax, it's this and you can catch your hell with property tax. You have a lot of land. One lot of no poor money or no estate in. No poor money have no mansion in. If the people are there with the mansion telling the man on the street, property tax will affect you. Property tax cannot affect a poor man, a small man. If the people are there with the big property, a man goes and say, how much estate you have, private beach, and how much land you have, and so on. If these people property tax, have to pay the property tax. And when people pay property tax, then the government will know who the land belongs to. Right, Lucy?
Yep.
So I'm calling on people in Trinidad and Tobago, please, for people who on the side, who not rich, who not doctors, support the property tax in the please. Me go Peter land, me no want nobody will come and take it. So me ready to pay me property tax. When you pay me tax, because if you don't pay tax, when you're ready to connect your lights and so on, you have to carry tax paper in. So when they say you ain't paying no tax, all you gain lights. All you gain water.
Yep.
So don't bother with them when there are the people in place and tell you don't pay no tax. You're not supporting no government, you're supporting individuals. Because some people build houses or build house with helipad and you don't have no helicopter. You build a helipad, put helipad for helicopter to land. So that means you either have intention to buy a helicopter or because you're in sourcing position, you could get a helicopter to go home. You have others again, build big mansion and not going unoccupied. So when they pay no tax, they don't care. It could stay there for years. But when they have to pay tax to that, it will bother them. So Dr. Rowley, you and Mr. Ember, please, I'll bring the property tax. I'm waiting. And I'll soon pay for next year. Bring it immediately. Morning.
Thank you, Mr. Archer. As I get ready to close,
Faranging all about East, West, North and South. Last Christmas, found some this sweet lady. I decide to tackle she. Last Christmas, a little drink in my head. I say, well, tonight she dead. I was surprised for so when she say she want to know how long it is, how long it is, how long it is, how long it is. I want to know how long you're watching me. I want to know how long you're marking me, Kenny. She want to know how long it is, how long before she could tell me yes. Hey. Oh God, yeah man. I offer her whiskey, vodka, and brandy. Last Christmas, a glass of wine, some sorrel and shandy. Good morning. Last Christmas, pastel ham and turkey, a special from KFC. All that I offer she, the woman still asking me how long it is, how long it is, how long it is, how long it is. I want to know how long you're watching me, and want to know how long you're marking me, Kenny. How long it is. She want to know how long it is, how long it is, how long before she could tell me yes. Hey. Oh God. Yeah man. She wants to know how long it is that I must keep relationships. She wants to know if I took the test, and if I did, how long it is since I took the test, and what was the results. I mean, a man head feeling nice, sweet music playing, she getting everything she wants. Why she must go there? It's that easy to pick up a woman in a party these days, you know, boy. Them women, they really have the head on. Introduce her to Skonta, Ninja, and Posa. Last Christmas, Parandero, some Latifina, Pastora. Last Christmas, we danced and we had fun. I thought all was said and done. Is this love at first sight? Can you please tell me tonight how long it is? How long it is? How long it is? How long it is?
I'm drinking parade, also known as Alabama Scotch. We call it Babash. Fling the thing. We drinking. Dr. Spramalang, the Surgeon General, suggests that Babash is very good for your health and for my wealth. Babash we drinking, Babash we drinking, one for we taking, king, 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 Trinidad legalize, we way to take we money. But when legalize Babash, let we party. When we liming, when we fetting, when we partying, when we drinking, socializing, politicking, if available, it's plenty trouble. Tell them, give them, we can defend them. With Babash, you cannot grant challenge. Don't drink bash from Caradad. Moreover, they say it's the hard is hard, but point makes the best bash in Trinidad. When you're lining, when you're fucking, if you're drinking, or partying, politicking, socializing, when available, it's plenty trouble. Give them, just give them the thing. That's the thing. Party time. Ribby-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, give them the thing. When you take your first drink of that, well, friend, you're done with the flat. Everything done gone up in heights. You're drinking for 40 nights. When you know you do like your bash, you're bound to hit it a lot. Give them. Tell them to take the thing.
So at this time, I get ready to do my daily word. And the word for today is world peace. I am an ambassador of peace in the world. Peace in the world begins with peace in my heart. I express this peace when I connect with the power of divine love within me. Centered in love, I create an environment of kindness, empathy, and respect that spreads outward. This ripple effect may motivate others to think and act from a place of kindness and love within themselves. I begin with a smile, recalling times when I was touched by the simple smile of another. I speak with respect, knowing that all people have viewpoints based on prior experience. I try to see the world through another's eyes. I set my intention to speak only words of peace. I visualize the citizens of the world at peace. I view everything in my life through the eyes of love. I am an ambassador of peace. In his days, may righteousness flourish and peace abound until the moon is no more. Psalm 72:7. So this is where I leave it for today. It was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in mind. Keep it locked to the street at 919 FM. This was your Titans of Democracy. And do have a blessed day. And people, be safe out there. Be careful. Ciao.